and we're into episode 34 of our Pirate Privateer campaign. And there has been a lot happening since we last saw our Captain Bhajiri, who we now have with us, so we'll be rejoining the campaign at this stage. The last session, as a very brief recap, saw a wonderful plan put into action by Silas and Mug in order to organise a jailbreak of someone from the prisons in Fort New Hearth. They didn't decide to tell anyone else of the plan at the time, but they managed to get it going.
Well, there wasn't. We didn't tell people, but just we kind of did it as we were telling people.
True.
It's more efficient that way.
Well, somehow you managed to pull this plan together, and you succeeded in breaking out of jail the person you had agreed to. And in exchange, Silas got information as to where Alara had disappeared to, potentially. At the moment, you're all laying low on the ship. I will say that it's the next morning after the shenanigans of the previous day. Silas is probably spending the better part of the night and looking for his hammock that has gone missing from a locked room before giving up and finding another one. The rest of you can work out whether you stayed up all night drinking or whether you found other things to entertain yourself with during the night. For Bhajiri, the last you left your crew, you had found the ships that you had been searching for that belonged to the Shayak and had ambushed them. You had, I believe I gave you a list of some of the stuff that had been gotten up to by the crew during these adventures, so you will have at least the basics.
Yep, it was a very confusing summary.
Trust me, it's not going to be any better when the crew explain it.
It's accurate.
I'll be honest, it is, but yeah. You managed to capture a frigate, and so you assigned Silas and the rest of the crew to take the frigate back to Port Marley with some of the prizes, while you went back to reclaim a pirate ship that you had captured and had left.
I'm sure it was
town.
because you didn't want to deal with us anymore.
Captain just taking a break.
What I will say is probably the quietest trip back that he ever had. So you arrived in Freeport. Sorry, not in Freeport. In Port Marley. Not long after Silas had organised for the frigate to leave again. So you would have been met by the officials on the docks who would have recognised the name of the ship and would have told you that there is a message for you left by Captain Silas, in which would have been a giant Commodore's hat with a massive feather on it, looking like it's from a peacock.
Nice.
And a message saying that he had taken the ship and the new crew to Fort New Hearth. You would have sold off the ship that you've taken, so you will be loaded up with 3,000 gold coins as well, and have travelled after them. So what I'm going to say is, Bhajiri, you've pulled in to the docks and actually sighted the frigate tied up and moored, and have seen that there's a spot nearby that you can pull the Cirrus into. So you've arrived first thing in the morning and docked very close by.
It might be worth noting that you can probably see people working on the ship.
That's a good sign.
There are holes on the side of the ship or something.
On the side of the ship closest to the dock, there is a group of workmen with a whole bunch of timber and tools working on the side of the ship. To describe Fort New Hearth, so that Bhajiri is on the same page as everyone, well, it's a giant pillar that juts out of the sands with a fort built on the very top, and a small city, large town that's actually carved into the rock face itself, sort of spiraling down the outside of it and actually carved into the center of this giant spire as well.
Hell yeah.
As the rest of the crew are well aware, the poorer districts are to the bottom with warehouses and the poorer housing, and then as you get higher it's wealthier, and then you eventually get to the prison and the fortress on the very top.
Okay, nice.
So we'll start with a new morning, the Cirrus pulling in. The rest of the crew, I'm going to presume at least some of you might be awake.
Well, of course. It's past dawn, isn't it?
I would say that the sun is just starting to rise.
Perfect.
So,
Then I'm on deck leading my morning rituals for all the crew
Yeah.
who want to avoid Mug's version of this.
Yeah, I don't think Monk got very trashed last night, so I think he's up training people as well.
Perfect.
So
The
we probably
weird
have
mix
to-
continues.
Yeah, we have the mix of morning rituals going.
Bhajiri,
Training slash what was it? Praising the sun?
I'd say Bhajiri, you probably noticed there was a hell of a lot of crew on deck.
Yeah, like, so basically, as soon as it's dawn, Bhajiri is making his way to the ship to inspect everything that has gone on in his absence. And he's definitely wearing the hat very securely on his head as well.
Yeah, you see,
Haldir is not on board.
you-
After the first day of him being in these morning rituals, he has been sleeping in a bit.
when you arrive, you see like what seems to be kind of a mix of yoga, singing, religious rituals, and Mug's like strenuous training exercise being like mixed in over each other and done in like small bursts of each. It's
But-
kind of bizarre, but somehow it's working.
Bhajiri, like, takes off his hat, scratches his head, puts the hat back on, and it's just like, I like what you're doing here.
How does the Bhajiri look? What is he?
He is, well, the best description for him is probably a monkey man. He is relatively short compared to a normal person. He's about, like, 4'2", thereabouts, but he is huge in just muscle mass. And he has a very, chimpanzee-esque sort of stature. Like, he will tend to walk on his knuckles. He also has a tail, which is not useful for very much, other than, like, holding his hat occasionally.
Have I seen
And-
anything like this before?
I'm going to say very much no.
No, go on.
So I think as soon as Mug is spotting him, he's like, "Oh, hey, monkey captain, long time no see."
Bhajiri is gonna, like, stand up straight and be like, Monkey Commodore now.
What's that? Is it a bird, captain?
Bhajiri's gonna just be like, his internal dialogue being, you know what, there's not a point. And Bhajiri's going to be like, close enough. What's happened? There are a lot of people I don't recognize here.
Oh, we hired a lot of good people. Captain, we have a chef now. We got really good food.
Bhajiri like scratches his chin with his foot and leans inwards, and he's like, "How good is the food?"
Very, very good. I've never had food this good before.
Take me to this chef.
And wait, Captain. We also have a bard.
A bard and a chef. This is fantastic news. You have done excellently.
All the important information has been relayed. I'll show you, Captain, to the chef. We will have breakfast after we finish training.
That sounds like a good plan.
We finish training now.
Okay, that's even better.
So Mug is taking Bhajiri to the chef and also saying, "Oh, Verity, have you met our monkey captain yet?"
She looks kind of confusedly at Bhajiri. Like, is he a real monkey? Do they actually have a monkey captain? Is that a thing?
How obvious is it that they are thinking through these thoughts like this? Like, would Bhajiri be able to tell?
Probably.
In that case, as a greeting, Bhajiri's just gonna like salute and make just a generic monkey noise at them, and continue on to the chef.
Oh boy. Okay. In that case, I think Verity has animal handling. So I guess Verity's just gonna be like, I mean, Mugs talk to him, but that doesn't mean much for Mugs. Did anyone else like react to the monkey captain in a way that like makes Verity believe that this is anything more than an actual monkey? Like, do you have features that are not like monkey-like?
Can you roll a perception, Verity?
Yeah.
I mean, you can be just distracted with the fact that you have seen a talking monkey.
Well,
He's also wearing clothes.
there is.
I mean, yeah. Again, that doesn't mean much to this crew.
No, monkeys
Good
can
point.
wear clothes.
Also,
But,
there's another factor I'm taking in with this as well.
Okay, can I math? Okay, I can math.
Right. You can clearly see that more than half the crew have also noticed Bhajiri, and quite a few of them are also looking just as confused as you are.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, in which case I'm gonna like, can I use like an animal handling to see what to do with a monkey?
You can
I also have like animal training, like you know how to train animals. So I assume...
This is going really well so far.
I don't know, you just literally described a monkey with a hat on deck.
From memory, Bhajiri, you also have armor and stuff as well, so.
Yes, heavy leather armor.
Right.
So it's a well-dressed monkey,
Yeah.
but still a monkey.
Yeah.
Still a monkey. I'm just gonna roll animal handling and hope that this is
It's beautiful.
I know how to deal with this. There's a stunt as well. If you were a real monkey, this would have gone great.
You never know. 'Cause I'm going to describe the first thing that's going to pop into your head, depending on what this roll is.
Okay, let's see if can I math.
Oh god.
It's going to be beautiful.
Right, perfect.
And that's it's a stunt
Oh,
with
that was
4 stunt
very
points.
nice.
Something you remember from dealing with animals of all kinds is that the fastest way to get on their good side is to give them food.
Yeah, no, that was already my thought.
Yep.
But did I hear him answer? Because because you came over to me after that.
Yep.
So I just saw you come up and I saw that Mugs were very excited, which is Mugs, and then you came over to me.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think Mug is already saying that he's taking him to the kitchen. So
Okay, yeah, that's a great idea. Let's all go together.
So basically, Mug is already implying that he's giving him food.
How to like react?
Reinforces
I'm
your
like,
idea.
I'm really tempted to be like good boy, but like,
Yeah, but wait for him to start eating or something, and then be like that.
yeah, no. Oh, that's brilliant. Yes, I think we have some stock that he could eat. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go see the chef.
Bhajiri at this
Mug
point
leading
is
the
like
way.
holding in some giggles, and he's going along with this as far as he can.
Oh boy, it's gonna be great.
You notice that there's a reasonable number of the crew who you don't recognize, and they're all giving you very similar looks to what Verity has.
there's like a wide grin spreading on Bhajiri's face, and he just like covers his mouth so that no one can see.
So, Mug, you're going to lead them all down towards the kitchens?
Yep.
Yeah, Verity is probably actually gonna ask if Mugs are you generally his handler, or does he have another one?
Oh, what? He has his own hands.
Handler. Like
Bhajiri raises an eyebrow.
Person who takes care of him, make sure he's well fed and has a happy life,
Verity,
you know?
No, I'm not a slave owner. I don't own slaves.
No, that's not what slave owners does. They don't take care of you and
That's
make
what
sure
they
you have a
do.
happy life.
Well, they gave me food.
And made sure you had a happy life.
What's a happy life? Well, I was fighting.
Oh,
Right. I just meant who usually gives him food and takes care of him.
I don't know. I'm just going to take him to the kitchen now. He takes care of himself, doesn't he? Captain, do you take care of yourself? And who takes care of you, Captain?
Bhajiri just does, you know, like the 2 thumbs up points at himself thing.
Oh boy.
That is what he does in response.
Oh boy.
What is a happy life? Yeah. What is happiness even?
oh boy.
You're talking silly things, Verity. Let's all eat together and celebrate Captain coming back. He found his way over to us. That's really good, isn't it?
That is very impressive, yes. Verity is very confused right now, but it's Mugs, so she's not sure like how to.
Was it hard to find us, or did you find us by the holes in the ship?
I feel like I'm the butt of all the jokes today. It's fine.
Bhajiri's just gonna take a second and just like wordlessly just nod and continue walking.
Oh, Captain, did you bring the citrus?
But Bhajiri again, wordlessly nods, double thumbs up, keeps going. Wait, can I check if Bhajiri happens to have like an orange on him or something?
I'd say, to be honest, you could probably have picked something up on the way off the Cirrus.
In that case, Bhajiri's gonna like pull out an orange and offer it to Verity.
Oh, thank you. Are you sure you don't want this yourself? And she'll like try
Bhajiri
to.
nods.
He's very clever.
I mean, the captain fights well. I don't know how clever he is.
Right.
I think he's more clever than me.
Verity's just gonna like swallow and just like and say nothing about this assessment, as she's not necessarily in disagreement. I assume they like she'll like they get to the hall, I guess, or the
Yeah, it
food
won't
place.
take you very long, and you'll get there. The chef is basically already at work. He's cooking up breakfast for some of the crew. You actually smell like bacon and eggs and that kind of stuff. And there is like fresh loaves of bread already sitting there, ready to be carved off.
Perfect. With my 19 on the animal handling, do I know what gorillas eat?
Clearly not the orange.
Clearly not the orange, which is weird. But I mean, clearly he's either very intelligent for a monkey, and monkeys are pretty intelligent, or he's something, I don't know.
At a guess, you'd probably say omnivorous, but that they probably would also go for fruit. So you're not entirely certain how they'll deal with hot food.
Yeah, so she'll probably like gather some food for him and make sure none of it is like hot, so he'll burn his tongue.
As Verity walks away to gather this food, Bhajiri's gonna say to Mug, "I like this one."
The worst part is she's not actually stupid. This is so far beyond like anything she's experienced that she's just like, what?
Oh, did you know? She's really good. She can make you become stronger. So you fight better if she uses her magic-y thingies. It's pretty good.
Sorry, I missed all of that. My internet had a moment.
Among was saying, so she's actually good at making you fight. You fight harder if she's around.
But Bhajiri like narrows his eyes and is just like, that's quite useful. I like that.
And you haven't even met the bard. We hired some good people.
Who's in charge of the hiring, Mug?
I made them fight me.
I'm gonna say roughly.
Hey, I have not fought Mugs yet. It's fine.
It's okay. That's how he summarized it. He tried to make you fight him, but in the end, you helped him fight. It's all the same.
I'll say it.
But Jerry's. Oh, sorry, go for it.
I was just gonna say. I'll say at this stage that the twins and some of the crew are also going to come in, and the twins are definitely going to recognize you. They both got to wave and say, "Morning, Captain."
Bhajiri waves.
So they'll go up and grab some food and then come and sit at your table.
Yeah, Verity also comes back with like food for her and Mug and Bhajiri, and Bhajiri is just like a mix of like everything that she thinks, which is probably correct, like everything that a gorilla would normally eat. And nothing hot, because that would be cool.
Verity, that's no good. Captain, have my food. I can eat the fruits and other stuff. Like, you should try the proper food.
He's gonna burn his tongue.
No, he won't. He's tough.
Does
At
the
this
twin
point,
say anything, please? Anyone help me?
The twins are gonna look at each other, look at you, Verity, and then look at the captain and go, he normally gets his own food.
Oh, my bad. I would love to see that. And she'll like remove the food and look at him.
At this point, Bhajiri will get up, get whatever's on, grab like Verity's plate, put that in his place, and put his plate of fruit on Verity's plate.
She'll like still like with the hot thing. She was like, is that and nobody else is reacting. So she's like, does he usually eat hot food? Won't he burn himself? Will he be okay?
I mean, if he burns himself, someone will heal him, right?
Isn't that just cruel?
At this point, Bhajiri's like
Why?
shoveling the hot food in his mouth.
Yeah. Meredith's just like probably goes to get another bowl of like hot stuff for herself and comes back and is like, I don't understand. This is not how animals usually act.
And Muggy's shouting, "Chef, bring your best food for the captain here!" And he's pointing towards Bhajiri.
Bhajiri, you're gonna notice that it's like a graying hair elf with his hair tied back, working in the kitchen. And he's gonna look up and then sort of cock his head slightly to the side as he sees whose Mug's pointing at. And then he's just gonna shrug and bring out some more food on the platter and pop it in front of the lot of you. And he's going to offer a polite bow and says, "It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Captain."
At this point, Bhajiri's gonna be like, "And a pleasure to make yours," and like, like holds out his hand to shake.
And Verity's just gonna be, I am so sorry. And just like beat red.
The chef will shake it and say, "Thanks. It's a pleasure to work on this ship."
Seeing Verity just like turn so red, Bhajiri is gonna burst out laughing.
Yeah, Verity. Yeah, that is like if she could disappear into the ocean right about now, she probably would. Yeah. I'm sorry, I haven't seen anyone. That.
Bhajiri waits.
Where are you from? What
Bhajiri-
are you?
Well, I am quite clearly the monkey captain, as Mug says. my people travel.
Just gonna like sit there kind of mortified, being like trying to eat and like keep in like all the questions but like, but what are you really though? Which is, even she realizes is probably not the correct thing to ask, though she's already like stepped so thoroughly in the salad that it is that actually an English? Is that an English saying, like stepping in the salad?
I haven't heard that saying.
Okay, no, it's a Norwegian salad. Like if you fuck up, you've stepped in the salad.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I was like, wait, this doesn't sound right.
I understood what you meant.
Yes, thank you.
Here is the spinach, but
Yeah. See.
Oh, and Captain, I made a friend when I went to get a rest.
Oh no.
Yeah, and we had a riot in prison. I made a prison friend.
Oh my god.
He means arrested.
Bhajiri's just like, where? Just so we know
Right
not
up
to go
here.
there again.
Right up here.
Is
That's
she
why we're
here?
kind of staying low on the ship.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, she's really strong and clever.
Okay. At this point, Bhajiri looks at Verity and is going to be like, are they a good friend?
Yeah. So far, she's been
They-
very.
Yeah, and she helped me start the riot in the prison.
Okay, this is a good sign. Obviously you didn't lead anyone back to the ship, so no one realized that it's connected to us or this fleet.
I might have brought someone back, but it's fine.
Okay.
I didn't, Captain. I was very, very careful to only bring her back.
Oh, okay.
But you're the captain of the other ship then? I take
Well,
it.
technically, I'm now the Commodore of this fleet. But yes, the Cirrus is my vessel.
Right. Do you have a name besides Monkey Captain?
Oh.
I can't remember his name. Monkey Captain is easy to remember.
At this point, Bhajiri holds out another handshake and is just like, Bhajiri Blackjay.
That's nice to meet you. I'm Verity.
A pleasure. I see that you've been looking after the crew quite well, judging by those interesting morning routines.
Well, it's a part of my worship, and then Muggs decided that. Well, I made the mistake of calling it morning training, because for us it is. So we kind of mix disciplines, but it's working out quite well, I think. People seem rather happy with the mix, so they get some relaxation and some softer movements and things in between the push-ups.
Mixing disciplines is a
Captain,
fantastic idea.
You know, the bastard captain told me to train the troops well, so I have to give them morning training.
Huh. Excellent. Are they listening to you, Mug?
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah. You know, the last time they saw me throw both of the twins at once over the whole deck, and after that they have been listening really well.
Why? Why did you throw them?
Because I wanted my booze.
That figures, yeah.
He made it a competition about. Well, Muggs said only the one who won could get the booze, so then Muggs also fought everyone because he wanted the booze first.
Yeah, it's about who gets the booze first. Everything can be made into training.
And then I kind of whisper under my breath and was like, well, technically he got like the booze, like, I don't know, like 10th or something, because when they were fighting, other people got the booze. But that's beside the point.
But Bhajiri like nods and is just like, yes, the crew is doing well. I like this.
Oh, Captain, I will go and get the bard for you and get him to play some music.
Excellent. Music is always good. That's what the Cirrus was missing. We were missing music.
So Mug is going off to find Haldir and drag him to the kitchen to
In the
play
meantime,
music.
Verity's gonna like ask like all the questions. So where have you been the last couple of weeks? How long have you been with the crew? How did you find the crew? We're like trying to kind of get more information about him without like being rude about it, because now that she knows he's not actually a monkey.
Yeah, Bhajiri will explain the fact that he has been following this ship. What does this ship have a name?
Pious.
I can't really remember it, Captain.
No
It's-
one
it's
told
something to
me
do
if
with
it
the
does.
I
I
Yeah.
know.
don't know.
It might be a fruit.
At,
I
at
want to
which
call
point,
it something obnoxious, like the spotted custard or something like that.
when it's brought up that its name might be a fruit, Bhajiri's just like, fruit, like citrus. Oh,
Oh yeah,
okay.
it's like the citrus. We named it so it matches the citrus.
Okay, never mind. It wasn't a cloud. And Bhajiri's just gonna be like, yeah, I was selling a ship we captured. It's fine. I followed you. A note was left for me.
Wait, sorry, Monk has probably left actually by then. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, no, this is like when Verity was asking him all the questions, trying to figure out
Okay.
like. So, what country are you from, or did your family always travel, or where did you?
But Bhajiri takes a second and is just like, I don't have a home country, but I have a home ship, I guess. My people have. We are very like almost completely nomadic. We don't have a permanent fixture that we would call home.
Right, so Verity like makes a mental note that okay, it is a people. It's not like an experiment gone wrong somewhere. And yeah,
Good mental note.
yes.
And
like
Bhajiri will continue and be like, I've been looking for my peoples for a while, have not found them. So that is why I'm captaining, because it's two birds, one stone, and I love being on a ship.
Okay, that makes sense. Did you usually have like some nomadic tribes that I've read about have like certain spot they will be at certain times? Is that the same for you, or?
Well, yes, but not recently.
Oh, sounds like something happened then.
For reasons that I'm not aware of, any pre-planned routes or meet-up points don't seem to have been adhered to completely.
Well, that's a shame.
Yes, and so you were saying you've not encountered anyone like me for...
No, and again, I am so sorry. I've dealt a lot with well, actual animals, but not so much with well, mostly I've dealt with humans and orcs and some elves and a little bit with goblins, but mostly humans and orcs.
Right. Okay. That's a shame.
Do you have a name for what you are, if that's not too impolite to ask?
I mean, out of character, there is no name because I didn't want to coming up with one.
This is the same like when I talked to Haldir and it was like, well, fuck, I need to like come up with an entire pantheon. And I was like,
Nice. But Bhajiri is gonna be like, people call us by many different things. I've heard people refer to us as Beastfolk before.
what do you call yourself?
Bhajiri.
Well, what do you when you refer to your group? What do you say?
My people.
Oh, okay then.
It's not hard to distinguish
Do
us
you
from
find
most others.
yes. Would me, for example, refer to you as Beastfolk be offensive?
No, not at all.
Right. She like makes a mental note that okay, Beastfolk is apparently okay. And yeah, she'll probably just continue asking you for stuff, but I guess at this point about Mug and Haldir will arrive.
Sure.
Oh yes, it's probably Mug goes and finds Haldir, and Mug is like, Haldir, you gotta come quick. The monkey captain is here, and you have to play music for him.
The monkey captain?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, sure.
Come quick. He wants
yeah,
to hear your music.
Let me just grab my jacket. He puts on his jacket. He's just been sitting and relaxing, playing with his flute. So yeah, he grabs his jacket, puts the flute in, and follows Mug's directions down to the kitchen.
Yep. Yeah. And when they arrive, Mug is pointing towards Bhajiri and saying, Haldir, look, that's our monkey captain. Play music for him.
Haldir, as he walks in and sees where Mug is pointing, first he like raises an eyebrow, and then he smiles and goes like, and so we found the monkey that swallowed the world. And then walks over with his hand. Hello, Captain.
Verity is like confused, but assumes like now apparently everyone knows that this is normal.
Bhajiri holds out his hand and says, Commodore Bhajiri, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Haldir. I didn't think you guys were actually real, but since I'm seeing one in front of me...
So you have heard stories about my people? A very good bard you must be.
Well, I heard a story from, like, I don't know. It was an old tale when I heard it.
Well, do feel free to share it.
I'm also very interested.
Well, it was some early adventurers that went out to explore down into the desert, and apparently they found an oasis where there was some very great monkeys that they figured out could actually speak with them. And one of the stories it turned into was because apparently one of them was a very big eater. So
I like to think that at this point Bhajiri's got like about like half a loaf of bread just in his mouth.
And they jokingly called him the monkey that eats the world, and that's about as much as I know.
An interesting tale. Huh. I hear as well as tales you have music.
Yes. Apparently,
so I assume that many parties have been had in my absence.
Well, we did manage to bring most of the beer with us without drinking it all. So
I'm glad that you saved some.
Well, we have already sold it for profit, so I'm sorry. But
Wait, you sold the beer.
Well, Mug, not your rations. There's still beer on the ship.
Okay, that's good. Good. As long as there's beer on the ship, that's fine.
Indeed, Mug. Yes. Yes, but it is correct. I play music. I'm also a navigator, storm mage, and apparently the quartermaster of this ship. Not
you
sure
are
how.
Our guard.
Yes. The most important thing.
Very impressive.
He opens up his pretty fancy jacket and pulls out a small container that he opens up and takes out a flute that is completely black with some silver runic markings on it. And then he starts to play a tune for you.
Bhajiri is very approving of the music and is just like, yes, this one, I like this one.
after having played it, he puts down the flute again and puts it into his jacket. And then... So, Monkey Captain. I thought Silas was the captain of this ship.
Commodore.
Sorry, I dropped off.
All good.
Oh, right, Commodore, which would mean there's more than this ship.
There's 2 ships, right? 2 ships.
Correct. 2
Ah.
ships.
So we have the Pitaya and the...
The Cirrus.
Oh, that's what Mark meant with the citrus.
Bhajiri just like face palms, rubs his eyes.
Oh, yeah. So both of them are named after fruits. That's what I know. See, they match.
Yes, Bug. They match.
The Pitaya and the... Can you say it again?
The Cirrus.
The Cirrus. Right.
Like the cloud.
Yes.
Clouds are not fruits, though.
If it was you that named the ship, I very much approve.
It was indeed. Thank you. I'm glad that someone has taste.
Well, I could taste this food just fine, Captain. What are you talking about?
I've missed you, Mark.
He kind of grows on you, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. He does. Me and Mug make excellent frontline fighter partners. That's the thing. It's very fun.
Yeah, and my skills have improved a lot, Captain, since you last saw us.
As have mine, Bhajiri flexes.
I'm sure you're great at fighting, and I can stand in the back and let you guys do all of the fun fighting.
Yeah, you can play music for us
Yes, that I can.
to motivate us.
So
Oh,
I take it, since you're sitting down here with Mog and Verity, that you have at least some idea of the whole situation.
At this point, Bhajiri, like, his mouth is a little bit agape as he thinks, and he's just like, it has been explained, but I'd love to see another perspective.
Okay, so from where should I explain, since we got into port?
Since you got on the ship.
Okay. Then it's gonna be a bit quick.
Yeah. Haldir, tell him about how we recruited you.
Yeah, so back in Port Mali, I had heard about your fine crew members, and so I wanted to join them, and apparently when I presented myself as a storm mage, Mug wanted to see how well I did, so we had to fight.
There was a pit, Captain. There was a proper pit.
Oh, a nice pit fight. Okay, nice.
Yeah. After that, we went up to have some drinks, and I started to play the music, and I noticed that I should have just played the music to begin with, and I would have not had to fight. But yeah, that was when I joined. In Port Mali, we also picked up Verity, and
And the chef.
Alara. Oh yeah, and Thanos.
Yeah, we didn't even have
Plays
to
us.
take the chef by force. He actually just accepted money.
Yes, I did. I did pay the chef to join the crew, Mug. That is correct.
You've done a great service, Haldir.
So I think her name was Alara. Is that her name?
Yep.
Great.
Oh yeah, Alara.
Yeah.
I remember her. Haven't
So-
seen her in a while.
Yeah, she was gone before I showed up. But apparently she had come down here. So Silas wanted to follow her.
Of course.
And so we stocked up on some trade goods and we sailed down here. Where we then sold the goods, or I did, while the others tried to find her. Instead of finding her, they found someone that had information on her. And then to get the information, we had to break someone out of prison, which meant that Silas got Mark to hit him in the face. So Mark went into prison to start a riot so we could go in and find her. And that was yesterday.
And are we all certain that no one has connected it to the ship?
Well, there is
Yeah,
one
Verity-
person
yeah.
on the ship who was one of the guards that Verity picked up. He's currently locked behind doors, and he can come out whenever we're gonna leave this place because apparently Verity has convinced him to join us. I'm not really sure, but he's not leaving the boats before we have left Hopper.
At this point, Bhajiri turns to Verity and is just like, I like your style. Good recruiting drive. Okay. How much business have we got left in this port?
Well, since I've paid the crew from the last trip, we should probably get some kind of goods with us, or if we're just gonna pay them a regular wager, we can do that as well. But the ship is at least gonna stick around for 1 or 2 more days since there's still a gaping hole in the side.
Oh, yes, I noticed that. How did that happen? How did you get that whole?
A slight mistake when we docked.
Did Bingo blow something up?
No. Bingo didn't do no
That's a
such things.
surprise.
And then Haldir is like casually looking in the direction of Verity.
I think Verity still be right now.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, that's what we have once we've done so far.
Yeah, Captain. Are you proud of us?
I am proud of you all. Yes.
Yeah.
Try not to get arrested again, though.
But it was a good rest, Captain. I
Well,
liked it.
I'm
The-
pretty sure, like, since you're here now, can't you make sure to, I don't know, have some fun with Mug here on the ship while we do the rest of the things, or do you want to join in the beautiful city? I don't really know if we're gonna
I
do
would
anything more
love
here.
to explore the city. And you know what? Mug and I can stick together and everything will be fine.
Great,
Yeah,
you guys stick together
let's
then.
go explore the city. Oh, I will ask my friend Saya. Is it Saya? If she wants to come as well to explore the city.
I'm pretty sure Seda, last I talked with her, was gonna stay on the ship. I think she is a bit more tired since she was in prison longer than you were.
Shouldn't Muggs also stay on the ship? He
That's a good
was
point.
arrested, and they know how he looks like.
Yes, that was kind of what I was trying to get someone
So-
here to keep Muck here, but it seems like at least
Well,
Haldir
he loves
Monkey.
fighting with you, so maybe you two should fight, and then he can stay here.
Yeah, you know what? Me and Mug will train on the ship. At this point,
It's okay. if you want to, it's okay. We can just stay on the ship, everyone, and just have fun together. No one needs to go off the ship.
Well,
Just for
Mug,
boring business things.
Nah.
if I don't leave the ship to buy more goods, we can't have more beer, and that would be very sad, wouldn't it? Which means I need to go do boring business things.
Oh, but I want to help you carry the beer.
Well, then you can stay here, so when the beer comes, you can make sure to get it onto the ship.
Yes, I like that efficiency.
This is getting confusing. I will wait here for the beer.
Good plan.
Bhajiri wipes some sweat from his brow.
If it's okay, Haldir, I would like to go with you, but
Yeah,
I don't think
sure.
anyone saw me. Well, besides the guard who's here, but he's fine.
Yes. He is locked up and it's gonna be fun. So do anyone have any idea what this place is actually selling cheaply, or do I need to go out and listen to some places while playing music?
Oh, does anyone know where Whisp is? We haven't seen Whisp at all.
I don't know, she's probably knocked out on the in the med bay again.
That's true.
Again?
That was Edric's fault last time.
She does that a lot.
She's not very good about alcohol. She
Oh
gets
my
drunk
gosh.
quickly. And
It's
she
true.
drinks a lot.
That's also true. And she eats chocolate that knocks her out. It's not very good.
I still don't know what choco is, but I want to try it. I want to
Maybe
eat it.
not this chocolate, Mugs, because it's like really boring and it makes you sleep.
No. I
You want
to
like the
try
good
it.
chocolate that gives you sugar.
No. I feel like Mug should try this. It might.
I thought you should ask Wisp. I think she has some.
Let's go find the Whisp.
Yes, that's a good plan.
Actually, I think instead of joining Haldir, I would like to talk to our new friend. We haven't talked too much yet.
Right.
Oh, Seda.
Seda, yes.
I'd say that you probably have noticed that she's walked in at this stage, and after looking around has found a quiet spot to eat and is reading from a book. So Bhajiri,
Yes.
I'll drop the image in so that you can actually... Oh, I don't need to see the image blown up. So she's a quite tall and muscular female orc warrior. She's wearing armor. The fabrics she's wearing is all black and a black cloak over the top, and she has a massive one-handed sword strapped to her hip.
Bhajiri is thinking, I like their style.
Oh,
But Jared just likes everyone.
If Mug sees
Bhajiri's very
her,
friendly.
he will like, oh, hi, Seda. This is our monkey captain. Monkey captain, this is my friend Seda.
Bhajiri's gonna hold out his hand and be like, not Commodore Bhajiri.
He's our monkey bird captain.
You'll see her
Yes, monkey bird.
close the book, balance her plate of food on top of it, and come on over, and then she'll hold a hand out and go, Seda Amok, pleasure to meet you, Bhajiri. It's been quite some time since I've seen any of your folk around.
At this point, Bhajiri's just like, you've seen my folk?
Well, traces.
Where?
Back in the homeland, my father's estate.
Oh.
She's going to flick open her book again after popping her plate down and flick through it, and then she's going to open it to a page and show you, and you'll see pictures of your kind and like notes in a cursive next to them, kind of just describing the basic details of your people.
Well, shit. Can Bhajiri read?
I'd say you could probably read this.
Okay, fantastic.
And Verity, if you're close enough, you can actually see the handwriting is very familiar.
Wait, who wrote this?
She's going to smile and say, "My father did. He was an explorer."
Brilliant.
Oh.
Wait, right here. Don't move. Do not move. And she'll like run to get her book.
Captain, did you also lose your family? Is that why you were surprised that Seda saw them?
The captain's going to sigh and be like, yes, Mug. I have lost my family because I do not know where they are.
Yeah, I want to find my family as well. I also lost my family. I don't know where they are.
We have a lot in common, don't we, Mug?
Yeah.
Seda, before Verity gets back, do you know more about, like, since you've been here longer than us, what this place usually exports?
She's gonna think for a bit and goes, Fort New Hearth. Well, it's a military installation more than anything else, so it doesn't exactly rank high for trade, but if you were going to sell anything from here, it would depend on where you're going. I'd say if you wanted to make a profit, you'd be either looking at one of their types of weapons that they make up at the armories up near the fort, or you'd be looking for the leather. And she's going to wrap the leather, or the hardened leather that makes up parts of her armor. And then she's going to smile and go, some of the best that you'll find in the south.
Leather it is then. Thank you very much, my dear. And then he's gonna turn around and walk out.
She'll take a seat and then look at you, Bhajiri, and go, so what happened to your people?
That is something that I am trying to find out.
Oh, you're trying to find your family as well, Captain.
Yes, Mug. I'm trying to find my family.
Yeah, I was told to find my family. I should just go to the Shayak's capital. It should be easy.
Seda just slowly turns and looks at you, Mug, and raises an eyebrow and goes, you would have to... Why would you want to go into the center of that cesspool?
They said they have clever books there that record slaves.
I believe they do, but that's because they like to record where they take all their wealth from.
Yeah, and I used to be their slave, so they might have said where I'm from.
She's gonna
Right?
tilt her head slightly.
Yeah, they record information in their books. That's what books are for, right? I have it right, don't I? Is it right that books have information?
She opens hers back up again and flicks through it a little bit and says, of course. Not always good information, but information. My father travelled to a great many places, and what little he wrote about the Shyak was not anything to be impressed by.
Yeah, but if they have slave books, and I'm in their slave books, then I might find my family. So I think that's good enough.
She gives you a very serious look, Mug, and says, And how will you make sure that you don't become a slave again?
By fighting.
She continues staring for a minute, and then starts giggling, and is soon just straight up laughing.
Oh, I fight pretty good, right?
You might be the first person I've ever heard that's decided to challenge a nation to war on their own.
Uh, I mean, I got 3 once, so we get 3 again, if worse comes to worse.
She wipes away a couple of, tears of laughter and says, to be honest, I could believe that.
Yeah, you know how I went to get a rest, and then I got out just fine. It'll be okay.
Well, that would be one way to get into the arenas.
Oh yeah, I think I definitely have the ability to get back into the arenas and fight my way out.
Now that would be a story that even my father hasn't written about.
Oh, so your father writes about the arenas?
He wrote a little. He did not stay very long in the Shayak.
Hmm. And Captain, where did you lose your family?
I cannot remember the name of the first port that we were in.
Freeport.
Freeport. Bhajiri's going to be like, I last saw them at Freeport, so hanging around there didn't help me too much.
How long ago did you lose them?
That is an excellent question. Quite a while.
Do you also need books to find them?
I mean, potentially books could be useful. Well, I mean, yeah, no, books would definitely be useful, actually.
Yeah. So say that, is your book useful for the captain?
She flicks through it a little bit, and then she's just going to sort of slowly shake her head and says, not entirely, no. This is my father's journal. It was from his first journey. So, first time he ever saw any of your people. To my
Please don't
knowledge,
also tell me that it was the last time as well.
she's not going to say it, but she's just going to give the very slightest nod.
Ah, fuck.
At least to my knowledge, I don't have any of my father's other journals.
Where is your father now?
She's going to go very quiet and then think for a bit. He's... how best to put it? Not with us anymore.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So you lost your father as well?
Yes. Not willingly either.
It's okay, we can go and find him as well. Well, maybe find all our lost family.
Well, I don't think we'll be finding mine. The best I can hope for is to avenge.
Oh, we can do that as well.
She's gonna look at you again, Mug, and go, as much as I appreciate that, I wouldn't want you to start too many wars with many nations. she'll look across at the rest of you that are still sitting at the table and goes, "How long are we staying in port? I wouldn't want
Arrived back by now, or
Yeah, you can definitely have arrived back by now.
yeah. So Verity is like running in with like this journal thing, and like and like slamming it on the table in front of it. Is this also by your father?
She's going to look at it. Her eyes are going to widen a bit, and then you're going to hear her start swearing in Orcish. Very prolifically.
I speak Orcish.
Yep.
So that's fine.
She's going to turn and look at you and say, Where in all of this godforsaken planet did you find this?
Oh, we might find your father after all.
Somewhere I shouldn't have? Is that an answer? I kind of maybe did the tiny bit of. I might have snuck into the restricted section of the library and I found it, and I shouldn't have, and then I ran away. I think that's. She'll like look apologetically at the other people and be like, "This is where the riddles are." Also, where it says that there are more than one of the things we're looking for.
She's
the keys.
Going to have her eyes widen, and then she'll flick through her books, her version of the book, and find a single picture, the same one that you saw earlier of the talisman. And she's going to spin this around and says, "He found these?"
I don't know if he these. Yeah. I don't know if he found it, but he has information on all of them.
She's just going to sag and then sit back down hard. He found all the keys.
Keys? Are we looking for the keys for Alara? The box that we got?
Maybe. I don't know.
I remember
Bhajiri's just got a blank look on his face.
Yeah, no, we're looking. She'll turn to you and be like, "We're looking for keys. We're looking for the key of the sea, but there's also the key of light, which I think is from where I'm from. And then there's riddle. One of them, I'm pretty sure the answer is map, and I'll like look for puzzle number 2, and I write down map as an answer.
Rightio. Let me just scroll down to where I've written where that is.
Oh yeah, because you remember someone said there was a key, because we sold this box that was worth a lot of money, and they said it had a key in it. That was the key, right? And that's why Alara is not around anymore.
So you will see next to where you put the riddle in, the answer to the riddle, on the blank page next to it, a map starts to form, showing huge stretches of the desert, the kingdoms of the north and the south, and then 3 crosses appear. One is from your homeland, and from what you remember, it is exactly on top of where the largest of the religious buildings is.
Ah. Well,
one of them is out in the deserts, and one of them is... Now, where did I put the note for that one?
Is Haldir still there?
Haldir left a while ago.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's too bad. I was like, Haldir, we have a map. Yeah, no, this is good. Now we have a map for the places. I think maybe.
Wait,
possibly.
I think we went to find Wisp, didn't we? And then we got sidetracked.
Who are we finding?
Wisp.
Oh
I just
yeah.
remember we were trying to find her.
Yeah. Let's go get Wisp and show her the map and everything.
It's a pretty picture. That's what a map looks like.
That in many ways is what a map is, I guess.
Do they always come out of nowhere like that?
Sada's going to shake her head and then says, "It's a trick my father used to use when he didn't want people rummaging through his stuff."
Ooh, that's a good trick. I mean, can I use it on my beer and my bed to protect it?
She's going to sort of shake herself a little bit out of her stupor and then laugh and say, "I don't think you'd want to be hiding your bed from sight. Might be a little hard
why
to get
not?
into."
But it's the best bed I ever had. I mean, it's the only bed I ever had, but that's why it's the best bed. So I want to protect it.
I don't think anyone's going to be stealing your bed mug. Seems like a very
I
dangerous
hope
I'm
thing
not
to
sure.
do.
I'm pretty sure someone stole Silas's bed. So
What?
we are dealing with the best thieves.
We have to hide my bed now.
Does this mean that Bingo will also need to hide their bed of socks?
Yes, I will happily say that you've probably arrived just in time to hear Mug say he's going to hide his bed. Where are my other locations written? My document's way too big.
And it's important to protect the bed.
She's just going, Sada's going to just nod sagely and go, "Of course. You won't have anywhere to sleep otherwise."
Yeah. I mean, I can sleep on the floor, but the bed is so much better than the floor.
Very agreed. And that's perfect. Bear with me,
Yeah,
I'm
so
just
I
writing some
guess we are
notes.
now finding Wisp, right? Is that what we are doing?
Presuming Wisp hasn't just joined you already. Oops.
Oh, I thought I was still sleeping.
I'd say it's probably been long enough that you could have woken up on your own accord.
Is it afternoon?
But it would be funnier. It would be
Probably
funnier if we found Wisp and woke her up to tell her to hide her bed.
Go for it then. 10 out of 10, go for it.
So we're all dragging our asses down to Wisp and waking her up, and then Muggs is gonna be like, "Just hide your bed."
Yeah. But someone is stealing beds. You have to hide your bed now.
Huh? What?
They might steal your bed. Hide it quickly.
What are you talking about? It's what time is it? Why are
Someone stole Silas's bed. It's important that you hide your bed if you don't want it stolen.
Oh. Someone just probably was ticked off with Silas. It's fine. No.
And we know who's real guilty now.
But you don't want to lose your bed, Wisp.
Mine's is an actual bed. I think it's fine.
I think Mug could pick that up quite easily. It could still be stolen.
Yeah, I could take it, like, right now. Your bed could be gone right now. You have to hide it.
I want to see that.
I'm pretty
Okay,
sure
look,
that it's
I
actually.
will show you.
Okay.
And Mug is
Oh,
trying to
no.
pick up the bed.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this bolted to the floor?
Yep.
It's a might check still, isn't
Yep.
it?
Strength might.
Oh my god!
Oh no! Oh no!
It's a 111. Do you want me to edit it together or just have it as a 111?
No, it's right. I am going to tell
I
you.
think this might be literally my first 111 ever.
Oh boy.
This is the perfect situation for a 111.
So, you've gone and just reached under to lift this bed up, and you've ripped your hands up with all your strength to try and lift the bed up. Unfortunately, because it's bolted to the floor, all that's done is made your head butt downwards. So, Whisp, I'm presuming you're still on the bed, so you get headbutted hard by Mug.
Mog, what is wrong with you?
Oh, I guess maybe this bed is safe.
You don't say. Ow.
But I have to go and protect my bed.
What the hell? What? Wisp is just very confused right now.
Yeah, I think Mug is going off to try to hide his bed.
Like you do, yes.
Yep. Just quote of the night. Mug goes to hide his bed.
Oh yes, Wisp, hi. Good morning. We found a map.
Give me a second. My head is ringing.
Little Mug wanted to try your chocolate
Oh.
when he comes back.
Uh-huh. Son, what the hell is going on?
This is Commodore,
Bhajiri, you're wearing that hat.
Bhajiri, yeah?
Yes, this Silas left it for me
It's
as a
hideous.
gift.
Oh, why would you wear something so hideous like that? It's horrible.
It has a peacock feather. It is this feather right here says I am Commodore. That's why I wear the hat.
It makes you a target and you look stupid.
Oh,
I don't think he
I
looks
am-
stupid.
Thank
The
you.
hat, not him himself.
I mean, the hat is... No, the hat is fine.
It's
Fine.
do you all not like my hat?
Absolutely not. But
It's
Edric's is worse.
very interesting.
It's hideous.
Oh, is it just hideous, or do you have history with the hat? Because it's not that hideous.
Compared to Edric's, it's not that hideous, but it's still hideous.
The bar wasn't very high.
Wait. Does I'm sorry. Does he have a better hat than me?
It's worse, so no.
Tell me what his hat looks like.
Lots of feathers, like so many damn feathers.
And he has given me a single feather on this hat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh
need to have a word with him.
oh boy, he's in trouble.
Just make it disappear and I'll be really happy.
Take
What-
his
what?
hat. Take his hat. Sorry, I'm not there. Mug is currently hiding his bed.
Like you do.
Or at least trying to. I don't know what even I need to roll for it. Intelligence probably on how to take apart the bed. Which is not going to go well.
You know what? Yeah, roll an intelligence to work out how to untie the ropes of the hammock and that.
Oh boy. Farewell, bad. Mug has enjoyed you. Oh yeah. Yeah, the intelligence is a 6 total.
Okay. You have absolutely no idea how to untie these knots.
Mug is staring at the bed and then tries to pull it off.
Noted, you can roll another strength might if you want.
Oh boy. Farewell, bed. You have served Mug well. Served Mug well so far.
Mug, you get a good firm grip on it and yank with all your strength and snap the rope.
I guess that's how you take it off. Okay, let's hide it now.
Mug, can you do a perception while you're at it?
Oh man.
Just for no reason. You notice there's another hammock just on the floor in this room as well?
What? Why do I have 2 hammocks? Mug hides both hammocks. He now has a spare bed.
Where does Mug choose to hide that hammock?
Should I roll an intelligence?
You can if you want, otherwise you can just pick any spot you want that Mug would probably deem a good hiding spot.
This is a more decent intelligence. This is actually a 10.
I'd say that you'd have a reasonable chance of realizing what's not a good hiding spot because it's clearly visible.
Yeah. Okay. So Mug hides it reasonably well then. Maybe under some barrels or something.
Yep, you can hide
Like
it
beer barrels, under the beer barrels.
You can hide it under some of the water and beer barrels in the hold.
Yep. Okay, and then Mug goes to find the rest of them off after he has hidden his havoc so well.
Noted.
Oh boy.
This is going to be so entertaining when that second hammock's needed.
Poor guy.
Well, Mug has a spare bed now. That's what he thinks.
Mug indeed does have a spare bed. Right here. So the twins will finish up having their meals and then go up above deck. Verity, I believe you were last with Whisp after Mug headbutted Wisp rather hard. Does anyone else?
Yeah,
want
you're going
to-
on about son about maps.
Yes, maps. And I'll like show her the book. Apparently, Verita, oh my god, I'm so bad with names. What was her name?
Oh,
The
Seda?
Seda.
Seda's father wrote this. And I found it at home, and yeah, it's
Nice.
we have a map and it shows the keys. I think.
Shows the actual keys.
Uh-huh.
Like where they're at this moment. Like it's a magic map.
Did it glow up?
What?
What did it do?
So
Well, I can check. It's definitely a magic book. Give me like a few seconds, and I'll actually cast my detect magic ability thing.
Yep.
Me. Magic.
I'm just
Yeah,
imagining
no
that
problems.
sound effect as being Mug shoving his hammock underneath a barrel.
I get spell type, arcana, affected area, point of origin.
So
I have the power arcana focus, so I may add my perception to this test.
awesome.
That's another +2. So yeah, lots. Do I need to write the thing?
So presuming the spell.
That's a
works-
21.
Yeah, that's gonna work easy. From what you can tell, the spell that is utilized on it is purely just to hide the ink. It doesn't actually change what's been written.
Right.
So the marks would, based on the way that they've been put on there, and from what you know at least of where one of them is, be where they originally were. You can't guarantee that they're still there. It would depend on how long ago the book was written.
I think maybe it's not exactly where it was, but it's probably where it was at some point. And I would be surprised if this one, and I pointed the one in my home country, has moved.
Well, it's something. Also, when did Bhajiri get here?
Oh, I've been
Since
here
morning.
all morning. I'm surprised to hear, Wisp, that you spent a lot of time in the infirmary recently.
Who the hell have you been talking to?
Well, you have been spending a lot of time in the infirmary lately.
I am the surgeon.
Well, yes.
So duh.
Well, I never said you weren't.
But did you say I was?
I mean,
No.
technically, no.
What did you hear, Captain?
I was just told that you spent a lot of time in the infirmary and that you've been drinking a lot and you can't hold your alcohol. And you had some nice chocolate.
Is that a challenge?
If you want it to be, I guess. It could be a challenge.
All right, Verity, you and I tonight.
I mean, I can't hold my liquor either, so I'm not
And
sure.
what
that's
about you,
a good
Captain?
idea.
You gonna put your money where your mouth is?
Oh goodness!
Come on.
I never. Okay, I wasn't challenging you, but if you insist, okay.
Fabulous. Now, something about mug and chocolate?
Yeah, I
you
think by this
wanna
point,
try
Mug
your
comes
chocolate?
back. Guys, it's okay. My bed is safe now.
Perfect. Well done.
Fabulous. Why is Mug worried about people nicking beds?
Because Silas's bed went missing, I think he's still looking for it.
Oh.
He kind of just disappeared, and then, you know.
Does anyone else have the key to his room?
No,
I don't.
but
Haldir
I can
have
break
Maybe
the
maybe
door.
maybe Haldir does. That does sound
I
like
can break the
Haldir
door
would-
for you.
I mean, I could also probably open it without the key if needed, but I don't think we need that. We have the key, right?
Is it not an odd thing to steal someone's bed of all things? I mean, it is the armor he sleeps in.
I mean, I don't know. You gave him chocolate that knocked him out. So my prime suspect was you, except for the fact that you sleep like 50% of the time. So
Only nice things to say about me, don't you, Verity?
Wisp, did you
my
steal
name
Silas's
literally means
bed?
honesty. So
No, I have no way in which to get into his room, Mark.
I'm just asking because if you like to sleep and he has a comfy bed, could have been you.
Mine's is comfier.
I
You can
wouldn't
test it
know
if you
that.
like. Test it.
Okay. Mug will just like bounce onto the bed.
you do realize that you're now gonna have a mugs in your bed for like the rest of the campaign, right? You did like the biggest boo boo.
Well, how is it, Mark?
It's soft. I don't like it. It's too soft.
We have very different opinions from each other. How hard
Oh,
is
that's
your
good, though.
bed, anyway?
I mean, he sleeps in a hammock, right?
Hammocks aren't
Yeah.
typically hard, though. Is the hammock hung up, Mug? You're not just like sleeping on the sheet on the floor.
Not anymore. But
Interesting.
but like you know, I originally sleep on the floor, but the hammock is nicer because it's not on the floor. But this bed is too soft. It's like I would get soft if I was sleeping in this bed. I don't like this idea. I don't want to get soft. I'm tough.
It's actually a lot better for your back. Sleeping on something hard is actually giving you knots in it. How has your back
have
been
knots in-
recently?
I don't have knots in my back.
Probably those morning exercises.
Yeah, you never come to these, Wisp.
You should
Yeah,
join
I
us.
guess
It's
that's
very
why you need
refreshing.
the soft bed.
No, I'm fine getting my full 8 to 12 hours sleep. Thank you very much. As a medical professional, I recommend everyone do the same.
Did you say 12 hours?
Yes.
See, I told you she sleeps like 50% of the time.
You know how I'm like a monkey person? Do you think there are like cat people that don't look like cat people? Bhajiri narrows his eyes.
Like, if you've ever seen her in the dark, you probably see like her eyes just like glowing because she has dark vision.
Oh shit. Maybe she is a cat person.
What is Wisp, like, actually? Like,
An elf.
an elf, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. So many elves. Maybe elves are half descendant from cats, or like cats and elves are like in the same family tree. Could be possible. Or maybe it's
Who
like a
knows?
special type of elf.
Cat
I
elf.
think this is too confusing.
Ah. Did you want to try one of the chocolates or something like that? Someone was saying you wanted to try chocolate. Why is Mug want to try chocolate? How do you all
Oh,
know
yeah.
I have chocolate?
Yeah, I
well-
heard of this thing that's like some sort of food I never had before. I want to try it.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I try a new food?
Did Edric put you up to this?
No. The others said that Edric had this special food, and it's not just Edric who can get special food, right? I can try it as well.
Edric's been getting special food?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Fine, you can all have a piece then, and don't forget to tell me what you think, 'cause I'm trying to improve a lot on my recipes. So Whisp is going to give them a piece each.
Yeah, Verity is not taking this piece. Verity's like, no. No, thank you. Unless you take a piece of, like, if you eat of this, and then I will trust you. But I know you have the knockout chocolate, and I don't want it.
Mug puts it in his mouth and swallows it.
Bhajiri bites like half of it off and begins to chew.
Wisp, this is the knockout stuff, right?
Yep.
Alright, constitution saves from those that have eaten it.
Told you! But
I
nobody
think
knows.
Mug is going to be okay, and that's the most hilarious part.
So, just a reminder, how do the dice rolling in this game work?
3d6. It preferably
your
make one of...
constitution.
Yeah, plus your constitution. Preferably have one of the d6 a different color.
Okie dokie.
But if you get any doubles...
Fuck.
It doesn't count as drinking, this one.
No.
No, probably counts to poison, though.
Yeah, you've got poison
Yeah, but
resistance.
I don't think I have poison thingy as a thing.
Is Verity keeping her chocolate?
Yeah, Verity's, like, if you give her chocolate, she's just gonna look at it and be like, okay, and then she's gonna, like, pack it into a little thing and put it in her pocket or something. Like, I now have poison chocolate, too. She's not gonna eat it. She will, like, if they both fall asleep, she's probably gonna be like, I would like to try some of the non-knockout chocolate, though, if you have some. No, I don't trust you, so I need you to bite it first.
This is hilarious, because Mug is going to be completely fine, and the jury is going to be over.
Mug, you feel a bit drowsy. Bhajiri face plants on the ground.
Did it taste good? Because Mug basically put it in his mouth and tried to swallow it. So he's probably choking on it, and he's like, this is not as great as I thought it would be.
Yeah. You'll probably yawn a little bit and be drowsy, but you're still up and fine. Bhajiri is snoring.
Now's the prime opportunity to take the hat.
No, what happened to the captain? Guys, what happened to the captain? Like, can't he take even a little bit of this choco thing? It's not even that good.
Oh, I don't know.
It's all sort of sticky.
I have another chocolate to try if you want to try it. I'll even have a little myself. Verity.
Yeah, she'll, like, very intently look at you eat the chocolate before eating the chocolate, but she will eat the chocolate. She want to taste it.
Here, try this, Smug. It's milk chocolate.
I don't know. How are you supposed to eat it? Because I tried to swallow it and
Let
it's
it
like
melt on your tongue first a bit.
melt.
Yes. So you
Just
keep
put
it
it
on your tongue
Melt.
until it goes from solid to liquid.
Wow, is this magic?
This
This
is
is
question mark.
amazing! Where did you get it? How do I get more of this? This is so good!
Oh, there's a chocolatier at Port Marley that does like fantastic chocolate and all that. We should go sometime.
We have
Mug
to
is
go.
sticking
I
out
have-
his
I have
tongue.
money now, so we can actually buy some.
Yeah.
Mug is sticking out his tongue and puts on the chocolate and waits for it to melt.
You have to put it inside your mouth, Mugs, but not swallow.
Oh, okay, I'll try.
Was this additional knockout stuff or just the normal?
Just normal.
Okay.
It's not that bad.
Better
I
than the
don't know
previous
why the
one.
captain didn't like it.
Maybe he's just really tired.
From what? He just arrived.
probably meeting everyone and learning what we've been up to.
At this point, Bhajiri, like in his sleep, is just like scratching himself with one of his legs.
Should we put him on the
Maybe-
bed?
Yeah, could you, Mug, just lift him up on the bed, please?
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
plonk him down.
So Mug takes Bhajiri and just swings him onto the bed.
I'm taking the hat.
Perfect.
No,
I'll just like make the bed and like put a blanket on him and being like, yeah, okay, this is.
Okay,
How long
so
is he gonna be out?
Sorry, what?
How long is he gonna be out?
Normally about an hour, but
Hmm.
I'm not sure. It depends on, like, size, sex, and all that kind of stuff. So,
Oh, so why
he's not tiny guy. I mean, he's short, but not small, right? So hopefully not so much longer than an hour then.
it will really depend. How long
So
was Edric
for
out for? I never did
Um,
ask him that.
Well, I found him in the morning, didn't I? When did you give him chocolate?
Well, I
Oh,
left him
yeah,
in the
yeah.
afternoon.
Yeah, Edric was out in
No,
the
but
morning.
he went to bed, right? And then he must have found a chocolate, and then he ate it, and then I found him a few hours later because I was
That's a
doing the morning ritual.
long time to be knocked out by one, though.
No, not that long though, because we went to bed like super late,
Hmm.
and then I woke up to greet the sun.
That's
So
still longer than an hour, so I'll need to take
yeah,
note of
longer
that.
than an hour. So well,
Hmm. I'm seriously worried about his health.
might have a bad reaction with the alcohol, maybe.
Maybe.
Or
I'm gonna.
Edric is just a bit weak. If it makes some weak people sleep, then we know that both of the captains are a little bit weak.
I so wish I had like pretend eaten the chocolate now and be like, yeah, no, I'm fine.
Yeah, we know that we are strong, so that's how we decided they're weak. I wonder if Haldir would fall asleep. He would probably fall asleep. He falls
We
asleep
should
from
try to give
alcohol.
him some chocolate when he comes back and see.
Oh, where's
Okay.
Haldir off to?
I think he went out to find something we can sell.
Beer.
By
He went out to
himself?
get beer.
Oh,
Also,
God.
more bear, correct.
He told me it was very important to stay on the ship, but I can't remember why.
Because
Oh,
Because
no.
you're a fugitive, Mug.
they want to
Oh,
put you
what?
in arrest again.
Yeah, I want to go and get a rest as well. It was really fun the last time.
I thought you just put your hammock away. You can't rest without your hammock being out.
Yeah, but Wisp, what is this thing about this fruity thing? Is it a
Fruity thing?
drink? Yeah, the fruity. It's a fruity drink. Do you have alcohol in it?
What? What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
You were talking about a fruity drink, weren't you? Telling me that I'm a fruity drink, but I don't have a fruity drink.
Fruity drink? OC, what are you talking about?
that occurred to me whilst I was muted, and I just fucking lost my shit.
Mug doesn't know what fugitive is.
Oh, right, okay. I did not make the connection there whatsoever.
No, me neither. I was like, what?
Oh. I don't know much about fruity drinks, but I do have that whiskey you said you were going to try with me.
Oh yeah. Let's have some of that.
Okay. It's in the surgery, though. The
Yeah.
captain will be fine. I'll just take
But shouldn't
this...
we all wait until tomorrow if we're all gonna do the...
No. This is my own supply that Edric promised me for being surgeon.
Alright, but I meant like if we were all gonna have a competition. Wasn't that what you said?
Yeah. A glass is not going to kill us.
Yeah, let's have a whole bottle of it.
Although
The whole
there's
barrel of it.
physical and spiritual death, but sure.
Mug, you can wear Edric's hat right now. Since
Oh,
you're
Oh,
the
okay.
maybe Mug's
strongest.
gonna be captain for the day. Well,
Yes, since you are the strongest, clearly.
I'm gonna be captain! Oh my gosh! That's amazing! I'm so excited to be captain.
Yay! I'll hear the new captain.
Okay, cool. What does a captain do?
Well, first we're going to get whiskey. That's the first thing on the agenda.
Yes, okay. As captain, it's important we get whiskey.
So,
I think
I'll say by the time this is all going on, Haldir, you will have definitely conducted your business and be back on, down near the
Right.
ship. So, you'll see that there's plenty of crew up above decks, and the twins are sort of overseeing everything that's going on up there.
Haldir just calls up. Hey, got some goods that need to get on boat.
One of them will lean on the railing, look at it all, and nod and go, after yesterday's payday, I'm not complaining. And he'll call over a bunch of the crew and send them down to start loading it up.
And then Haldir is gonna go try and find some people again. Where am I gonna find you all?
you will find us drinking in a surgery.
Sada's going to wander down and try to find Verity again.
Yeah, Verity is in the surgery, like holding a drink, but not actually drinking it.
What are you all doing in the surgery? And why is the monkey asleep?
We are drinking, Haldir.
You should
I'm the new
try
captain.
some of this chocolate.
Chocolate, eh?
Yeah, I'm the new captain, and my orders are to drink and eat chocolate.
Here, here.
Okay. Mug,
And
what?
what has Edric's hat on?
Why do
Do you
you?
mean Bhajiri's?
Is it Silas's or Bhajiri's hat?
It'll be Bhajiri's hat.
Yeah, sorry. And
Um,
Mug is like, yeah, it was Wisp. Wisp told me I'm the new captain, so I'm the new captain.
You're the
Oh.
Commodore.
Oh, did she know?
Are you having a shot of whiskey?
Well, yes.
Verity, I'm not a bird.
Right.
Well, you're wearing the Commodore hat, so as long as you have the hat on, you're a bird.
That is flawless logic, yes.
And Haldir is reaching out a hand to get a glass of whiskey.
There you go. Get that down you. That'll put hair on your chest.
Thank you.
Sorry, I
Yep,
disconnected.
that's good. Did you hear Haldir's flawless logic about your having the hat on?
No, sorry. I missed that.
Right. So when Mug said that
He's not
they
a
weren't
bird.
a bird, then Haldir said, "Well, you're wearing the Commodore hat, so as long as you have that hat on, you're a bird."
Okay, fine. Then I'm Captain Bird.
You're
Perfect.
Captain Commodore.
I can't pronounce that word.
No, but think like
Don't be
come
mean.
a dwarf.
Come at the door.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm Captain Commodore.
Oh my god.
Sada's not going
Well
to
done,
say a
Fox.
thing, but she's going to hold a hand out to you, Wisp. gesturing for the whiskey.
Here you go, dear.
Haldir just raises his glass to her and gives her a small nod and just starts drinking.
And Haldir, have some chocolate. We have to know if you are strong or weak.
Yes.
Yes, it's very important.
Is this the infamous chocolate? And then he'll take it and put it up to his mouth and then just try and make it look like he ate it, because nope, I'm not eating this, but it seems like I have to at least pretend to eat it, so.
I want to do a perception so bad. So you do a dexterity stealth or sleight of hand or something?
Yeah, it should be dexterity sleight of hand off the top of my head.
I don't have that, but I do have 5 stunder.
You can spend some stunts to get
The focus?
the focus, or the appropriate focus, I should say.
Nice.
So that's Mug's perception, which is actually quite good for now. Oh, how they're in.
Well, if he has no effect of this, we know who to feed like all the things we think are poison in the future.
Yeah, so I can never pronounce this one, but that's the focus that you need for sleight of hand.
Slenderman or
Yep.
that thing, yeah. Slenderman.
Ledger Man, I think.
Oh.
I'm terrible at pronouncing it.
Oh, Ledger Man.
Yeah, but that's hiding things, pickpockets, sleight of hand.
Is it how you
So
how you write its original?
apart from the capitalized G, which randomly came through, that's pretty much the spelling,
Oh, okay.
I think.
Is it a German word?
Not entirely certain. English is terrible for stealing it from everywhere, so it's
I know.
maybe, or
Yeah,
otherwise
it just
it might be
doesn't.
French. Not entirely certain.
It doesn't look like an English word.
Oh,
It
it
ain't.
is apparently like the proper word for sleight of hand.
Oh, but what language is it?
Well,
It just doesn't look like an English word.
Borrowed from Middle French.
There
Okay.
you go.
Legerdemain.
Yeah.
Literally light of hand.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry.
No, it's
So
alright.
it's French then into English.
Yeah, medieval French turned into English and then taken through the ages.
Yeah, because English
I get
is
it.
awesome at doing that.
Yeah.
So, based on the roles that I see there, Haldir, you've managed to just mask with your hand movements and mimicked taking the bite, and you've shuffled the piece into your hand so that people can't see it, that it's still there.
Oh
Right.
man, Haldir, you're strong as well. I didn't think you would be this strong.
Well, I'm strong as well. I'm not as strong as you in a fight, but I'm definitely stronger than you at throwing lightning bolts.
This is amazing. Do you have some kind of poison resistance? Have you tried this on anything else before? This is extremely fascinating. Can you do any kind of tests on him, Whisp?
Poison
I can give him a
resistance?
double dose.
Well,
But
wait,
that might work.
where is poison? There's poison somewhere.
And the chocolate mugs, keep up.
There's poison in the chocolate. Is that what happened to the captain? Did you kill the captain?
No! What?
No, just sleep.
It was
Sleep
originally
poison.
it was originally
But-
sleeping draft for Edric, so he wouldn't have been knocked out by you, Mug, every time he needed to have an arrow removed from his person.
Okay. But
Then
poison doesn't always kill people.
It's not poisonous. It could not kill a fly. I think.
But how did it kill the captain?
The captain's not dead! Unless you are hiding something from me.
So that's why the Bhajiri is sleeping out there.
Yes, but I thought he knew what the chocolate was.
Bhajiri is currently snoring very loudly.
How long has Bhajiri been on this ship?
So that gets
About 2.5 hours.
Yeah. So how should he know what your chocolate was?
You came in running to me, something about someone stealing beds and chocolate.
Wait, someone is stealing beds?
Yeah, yeah.
You all need to start keeping up.
Yeah, you should hide your bed, Haldir. I've already hidden mine. It's really not hidden. But I
The mug
don't know how to
headbutted
put
me.
it back.
He headbutted you.
Yes. Tried to nick my bed.
Mug, are you the one trying to steal beds?
No. I was trying to show how easy it is for a bed to be stolen, but then this one is not that easy to steal. So I was wrong.
Well, it's okay to be wrong sometimes, Mug. And
Aw.
he gets a
Aw.
shoulder clap.
I still
Thank
want to
you,
know, like,
Haldir.
why you have no reaction to the chocolate. Have you had poison training?
I'm just very
No.
curious.
Huh. I mean, some people where I come from get poison training. I didn't though, but some people do.
Are
That
you
might
having any
increase-
effects?
Do you have any?
Do you have any effects, Haldir? You seem to be acting perfectly normal, but that was.
While standing like besides Mug, he like shows the hand so they can see that he has the chocolate in hand, and then just close it again. Like I'm feeling fine. Like it was some fine chocolate, really.
So you are weak-willed.
How do you get chocolate training?
Correct. Haldir has chocolate training.
By the way, Mug, there's a whole cask of beer out there that we need to make sure is ready for tonight.
Yeah, let's get the
Oh.
beer.
We're having a drinking competition. Are you in?
What about I'm gonna be the commentator?
Here
But
it is.
you also have to take part. A little bit, at least.
I'll definitely have a drink.
Good. Everyone should drink together and have fun together. That's my other order as a captain. and my other order as a captain is that everyone must fight.
Mug, have you had any of the chocolate?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
did you
was
like
kind
it?
of okay. Yeah,
Oh.
it's yeah. Of the first one I didn't like because that one was like hard to swallow. I wasn't really chewing it. The other one was melting, and that was nicer.
Oh, really? Well, eating my piece of chocolate has made me feel that I've had enough. Maybe you want this piece?
Sure. Mug stands and eats that piece of chocolate as well.
Can I get another constitution roll out of you, Mug?
Oh, that
This
was
entire
mean.
session is just like everyone trying to make everyone else look bad.
I think it's
Literally this
fantastic.
entire thing. I love it. I love it so much.
Did we have somewhere we needed to be?
No,
Fine.
we're like, no, that's literally what we're doing.
Yep.
Right. Mug, you start to feel really drowsy. You yawn. And then everything goes black and you flunk onto the floor.
Haldir takes up
no.
Bhajiri's hat and then he like, looks at it and then puts it on his head.
Oh, that was so mean.
Well, as my captain's order, I say,
I thought it was Commodore.
Oh, right, I'm the Commodore.
Sada's just going to look at you all, and then she's going to look at Verity and say, "Is this the normal way things are done here?"
Yes, correct.
Haldir turns to her, takes the hat, and gives a bow, like out with the hat and everything, and goes back up. This is the second time I've taken a captain's hat. I've given them back pretty fast, though.
But yeah, this is pretty par for the course.
Now come. Let's put Mug. He seems to be fine sleeping on the floor. Can we lift him up on something? He's a bit heavy.
Is there a surgeon's bed in there, I think? That Edric dunked me on last time?
Well, good enough. Starts trying to pull up Mug.
So you set up basically another place next to where Bhajiri is currently passed out. And dump Mug onto that.
So,
Like, if we were desperate, I could try wake them up.
Are we
But-
that desperate though?
well, before we do, so
Can we draw on their faces?
I am not gonna do that. If whatever you do when I'm not around here, I can't be accountable for. Okay.
Verity, I'm liking this new you.
I was thinking of charting a court for Port Lilith while these two are snoozing off a bit, because that was where Laura went, right? And he looks to Seda.
May I recommend you stay out of the way of Mug for a while when he wakes up, because I'm sure he'll want that hat back.
Sada's going to nod and say, "Well, that's what I heard, so..."
Well, I'm gonna be charting the course, and I'll see you all later. And then he takes the hat and he puts it on Verity's head, and then he leaves.
I'm the Commodore. Verity is gonna draw like symbols on their faces, and like they're mildly offensive if you are a magic user and have a very nerdy sense of humor. Like, this magic is inferior to that magic, kind of thing. And they're if you're not like, yeah, then you probably don't actually. But
Did Verity have any of the whiskey, or is she doing this sober?
she's doing this sober, yeah.
Right, okay.
Sada's just
Yeah, no,
gonna
she
watch-
had none of the whiskey. She's still like is holding a small glass of whiskey that she hasn't drunk.
Sada is just watching.
Right,
all
we
of
used to
this.
have prank wars back in the tower too.
Oh.
The punishments were kind of bad if you got caught, but this is way better.
Ah. Then do you want the honours of waking one of them up then?
No? That's also the correct question. Why would I want to do that?
Then do you want a head start with the hat then?
Yes.
Okay.
She's gonna bolt. And she's gonna try to give the hat to like one of the twins.
Noted.
Here, hold on to this.
Hold on to this. You're the Commodore for the day. Go.
Is Verity actually saying that, or is it just hold this?
No, you're the Commodore for the day. Go.
Oh no.
And that's to the twin, if she can tell them apart. That was not the twin that was stuck outside with her when they went to the jail.
Roll a perception.
Oh, fuck.
Good luck.
I want to be able to tell them apart, damn it. And I think I can. I am surprised if I cannot. And that's also a stunt. With 5 stunt points.
Noted.
Can I tell them apart from now on? Can that be my stunt?
What I'll say is that you do notice that there is some like tiny features that mark them as being different. Like a mole that's slightly in a different location on one, like small features. So yes, you can tell them apart.
Yes. It's my secret superpower. So yeah, I'll give it to the twin who's like not the one who helped me out, and I'm gonna like wink at the other twin. Conspiratorially.
He's just gonna look a bit confused with that, and then shrug and throw it on his head.
Perfect. Then I'm gonna go take the helm, I guess. No, wait, we're not moving, so I guess
We're not moving.
We're
We're
not moving.
landlocked.
we're landlocked.
That's why we're doing all of this.
Shh. I have not drunk any alcohol. It's fine. So yeah, I don't know what Verity will do now. Probably bother Haldir or something.
Haldir will be in the map room if you're gonna go
I'm
bother him.
gonna show you the map. We have a new map. Perfect. Haldir, I forgot to tell you, we have a new map.
What? How did you get a new map? Didn't you stay here?
Oh yes.
So how did you get a map?
Oh well, the magic book. Right, we haven't told you the book. And I was like, tell him like about yeah. Do you know the thing that I said was not here? Well, it's technically here. So we have a magic book, and there's a map, and it has the keys.
Oh.
Now Verity sounded at least a bit like
Like,
when she was like, "Oh, magic book."
I sounded like who?
Mug.
Mug.
Starts with magic
With a magic
doors,
magic
turns into magic books.
That's magic books.
I mean, to be fair, she probably says something about, oh yeah, no, it's this kind of magic, so it's hiding the ink, blah 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 blah. But you know, it's a magic book,
So
and there's more riddles as well.
okay. And this map show us where the keys were?
Where they were, yeah, not where they are. Unfortunately,
Uh-huh.
it's only like magic that hides the ink. I checked.
Remind me, Verity, do we even like why do we care about these keys? The only connection I have is that Alara apparently had one, and we're looking for her because the key she has might have people chasing her.
Yes, I'm not quite sure. I was just very excited to find out there were more keys.
Hmm.
One of them is my home
fair.
country. Look, it's the Dome of Cathus. It's right there. I'm like pointing in the air in front of me because we're in a video call, clearly. But yeah, she'll point at the map and be like, "Yeah, that's the Great Dome."
Oh, right. So that's where Caith. So the Dome of Caithus, okay. Oh,
Cathus.
that one I know where it is. That's back home and at the capital. And
Yep.
over there, and he pulls up another map. Okay, so Shikumur. I think that's where Mog wants to go at some point. Oh boy.
There's also more. There's 2 more puzzles.
So that's gonna show more of the things in the book?
Yeah, that's how it's worked so far.
Huh.
There's this one. This one. They are 2 separate ones. Oh, that was riddle 3, not 4, but oh well.
In the meantime, down in the surgery, Wisp is shoving a bunch of spices under Mug's nose. Mug...
I was putting it in his mouth.
Oh, in his mouth? Yep. Even better. Mug, you wake up and your mouth is on fire.
And Mug is spitting out stuff and shouting again and looking for who to fight.
Mug, Haldir took your hat, called you weak, and then ran off. I'd go after him if I were you.
What? Did Haldir set my mouth on fire?
Yes. Yes, it was very
Damn
mean
it.
of him. It was too
I
fast
better
for me to
find him
stop.
right now. Yeah, I will go and find him and tell him off with my fists.
Okay.
I was surprised there for a millisecond.
Oh my
I was like,
God.
oh yeah, no. That's about right.
Well, I think that's become the quote of the night.
I'm gonna try the same for Bhajiri for the spices.
Yep.
The same.
Bhajiri like bolts up and is just like, why is my mouth on fire?
Didn't roll yet, okay.
No, that's right. Same one, Mug.
Okay. Mug ran off of your hat, by the way.
Bhajiri's gonna be like, my hat.
Yeah, he
Mug ran
called
off
you,
with it.
you collapsed. He called you weak, said he was now the Commodore, and then ran off. Or the Commodore. I don't. I don't know.
Is there any way for Bhajiri to like sense the intent behind this for whether it is true or not?
Insight.
Perception, no?
What I'll do is, so you're trying to determine if Wisp is lying.
Yes.
Alright, so that will be an opposed communication check. So
Well,
Wisp,
shit.
Wisp, you roll a communication roll to see how well you lie.
Oh.
Oh, this will be interesting.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I think that's less than 12.
Wisp, even as you're saying it, you know this is not the best lie you've told in your life. Bhajiri, you buy it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Bhajiri is... Does Bhajiri have any sort of inkling as to whether Wisp is would be faster than Bhajiri? Like, on foot?
Why?
just out of curiosity.
I'm gonna say that you haven't really had to run away from anything that's at this stage with Wisp, so you're not 100% certain.
Okay, for a second, Bhajiri thinks whether or not to like jump onto Wisp and direct Wisp as Bhajiri's steed, but then Bhajiri's just like, that might not work, and will like yeet themselves after whichever direction Mug went in.
Considering jumping a lady, hold on. Come on, gentlemen, live here.
Nice way to put it.
Well, he was talking about mounting her.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh
And she
goodness.
heard the rumors about you and Mercia as well.
The rumors?
Yeah.
What?
Like
What
a while back in messages, wasn't it going to be like your excuse that you weren't in playing was because you were sleeping together?
This is not an excuse that I was aware of, but if this is something Vicky suggested, hell yeah.
It's not coming across on my brain cells at the moment, but
I read it somewhere. I swear I'm not making this up. It might have been a while back.
I'm gonna have to go through all my notes.
Oh, God. You were running after Mug?
Yep, I'm running after Mug.
On another topic.
So, Mug, you're gonna burst up on deck. Can I get you to roll a perception check?
Oh, this might actually work.
So, as you burst up on deck, you're about to turn and start running towards the rooms that, Haldir uses. But you come to a stop because you notice that one of the twins is standing in the center of the deck giving orders to some of the crew, and he's wearing a very familiar hat. He is not currently looking at you.
Uh-oh.
Mug's shouting, "So it was you!" And then starts running over to him, charging.
Noted. I'm presuming you're going to...
And he's shouting, "You took my hat and set my mouth on fire!"
Are you gonna try and fight the twin?
Yeah.
Right. What I'm gonna say is you're gonna get a surprise round because the twin's gonna be turning around going, "What in the blazes is..."
And I got some very good stun points on this one. I think Mug is very angry or something. Yeah, so charging adds extra as well.
Yep, +1 on the charge. Bhajiri, you will come up on deck just in time to see Mug do what.
And it's a fist.
Yep.
So there's 7.
Oh my god.
Wallop.
Firstly, that's a hit.
And
Secondly, yes, you get to use all those stunt points.
yeah. Okay. Let me look at the stunt table.
I think there's definitely a knock prone in there.
Yep.
Is the twin wearing armor?
Currently, no.
Okay. Oh wow. So I could do dual strike,
Yep.
but no, that's for 2 targets. No.
Yes, that is for 2 targets.
Oh boy, I could do lethal blow with just a. I mean, not trying to kill him, but just a really hard punch.
Punching has a tendency of not killing people, just knocking them out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is all Verity's fault.
What did I do? Wait. Innocent.
Yeah, because if I try to do dual strike, that's not good because that I don't want to punch the other one as well.
No.
And I think that's for two.
Yeah, dual strike will
So-
attack will affect 2 targets.
You
Yeah,
could
'cause I could
also
Yeah, I
do
could knock prone.
knock
but-
prone and mighty blow.
Yeah, but then that's just that's funnier. So maybe I should knock for a roleplay instead of.
You could knock prone, mighty blow, and threaten him.
But I don't have enough stun. Oh.
You've got 6.
Oh yeah. I have taunt as well, or threaten. Yeah, threaten.
Oh boy.
Oh wait, there's also lightning attack. Because
Yeah.
I can do lightning attack and knock, which is basically the same as lethal blow, but
Yeah, you can do that.
That's true.
yeah. So just punch him twice.
Yep.
And knock prone. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So lightning.
No
Prone.
problem.
Lightning attack. Do I have to roll again?
Yep, you'll have to roll a second attack for the second swing, but also roll your
Okay.
damage for the first one as well.
Okay. That's 6 points.
That sounded like 6 points of damage.
Yeah, this is 6 points for. I think it hit. Yeah, I don't even need to add the charge.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. So roll a second damage.
Oh boy. That's 12.
Punch.
Noted.
Oh.
So
So-
it's 18 points of damage and knocking prone.
You come barreling up on deck, shouting, and the twin just turns around confused.
You also have
And-
like symbols all over your face.
And yep, you're covered
Sorry, I
in
have what over symbols?
you have symbols drawn all over your face.
Oh boy. Well, Mug doesn't know that.
No.
No.
So the very first thing you do is punch him in the nose, and then the second thing you do is punch him in the nuts.
Yeah, I mean, 12 points is the maximum.
He just clutches his groin and drops to the ground.
Not prone.
All the crew on deck have stopped what they're doing and just staring at you, Monk.
And I take the hat.
You burst up on deck, see Monk absolutely wail on one of the twins, and then picks the hat up.
Oh my god. So, at this point, Bhajiri points at Mug and says, "That's my hat!" And back away towards Mug.
What? What, Captain? But Wisp told me I'm Captain now. Wisp gave me your hat. So it's mine. now.
Wisp gave you my hat.
Yeah. He told me I'm Captain now. So am I not Captain anymore?
No, you're not captain because that was not your. That was not Wisp's hat to give to you. That is my hat. Give me my hat.
So, okay, so Captain, are you going to give your hat?
Say again. Sorry, you cut out.
Captain, are you going to give me your hat then?
No, because it's my hat.
Why not?
Oh, okay, Mug. If you will get yourself a hat if you can get yourself a ship to command that isn't this ship or the Cirrus.
So I have to get another fruit, right? Okay,
Yes.
I will get another fruit.
Yes, get another fruit, and then you get a hat.
And then I get to be captain. Okay. Here is
Yes,
your hat,
yes.
Captain.
Okay, thank you, Mug. And Bhajiri squarely puts the hat on his head and then helps the twin up.
The twin's gonna be gasping.
Captain, Captain, what happened to your face?
What?
It's
What do you mean
more
what happened to
ugly
me?
than usual.
What happened to my face? What happened to your face?
My face is fine. I mean, I get punched all the time, so that always happens to it. But otherwise, it's fine. But your face has all sorts of things.
Do you know what I think happened, Mug?
No.
Whisp took my hat and gave the hat to you. So Whisp probably also drew things on our faces.
Oh. So should I beat up Wisp then?
Bhajiri thinks for a second. No. I don't think you should beat up Wisp, but we should definitely have a conversation with them.
Damn.
Convert what?
I can't. Oh my god. oh my god. you know what, Mug? Just threaten Wisp, and we'll get it will be fine.
Okay, I can do that. Twin number 1 or 2. I'm sorry. I think I was tricked.
Oh my god.
You notice that his brother is doubled over, pissing himself laughing at the other end of the ship. The twin picks himself up, wipes blood away from his nose, and then just pats Mug on 2 shoulders and goes, "Give her a punch for me, lad." He's gonna stagger off.
I better threaten Wisp very well. Poor man.
Oh god.
Radio. I will say that from where you are, Verity and Haldir, you would have heard some of what was going on out there.
We're just gonna be like, Wisp is in trouble.
Haldir is at this point just like raising an eyebrow and shrugging and going back to the papers because this one has gone way out of hand. So he's just like, yeah, sure, I'm just gonna.
Verity's gonna help you. Like all the map stuff. She's not very proficient in maps, but she does know how to get around paperwork and tables and math.
So,
You know, Verity, I've been thinking a bit about the whole you trying to understand my magic.
Boy, everything is cutting out.
Did you hear what I said?
Something about understanding magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have Kathos or whatever who've made the entire world.
Well, yeah, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Close enough.
So, and in this world, he has made everyone. Is that it?
Kind of, yeah.
Like he's made you and me.
Yeah.
Okay.
In a matter of speaking, well, our parents did, but also Hiatus.
Well, he created the world. That's no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And when he created everything, he also created things like the wind, right? Mm-hmm. Good. And the wind is sentient. Every single breeze has a will behind it.
Yeah, that's what the aspect is, believe, kind of.
So we have Nalani, who is the ruler of all the sentient wind.
Right.
And we have all of the plants in the world. They
Right.
all have some kind of sentience, a spirit inside them as well. And the ruler of those is Boomy. And when we eat plants, or when we eat something that have eaten plants, we gain some of the spirits of Boomy into us. And that energy you can empower, and that's how you do the healing.
I mean, it's not that far from what they teach, I guess. You'll have to show me, but I can try.
Well, none of us are currently hurt, and I don't see any reason to try and hurt either myself or you. So,
Well, I could hurt myself and you can do it.
don't hurt yourself,
Guys,
Verity.
there's that twin who's
That's true, actually.
saying
Yeah.
character.
Oh yeah, I think also Mug probably hurt someone. Sounded like
Oh
it.
yeah, true. Let's go out and see if whoever Mug punched is fine. And
Yeah, guys, you don't need to hurt yourselves. Mug already did the hurting.
Haldir was gonna start on a whole rant about there's no reason to hurt yourself, and it's a dumb idea to self-harm, and then but yes, we have a subject.
You have someone, yeah, but it's not. Sometimes you have to have people to practice on, right?
It's called
So-
taking an animal and trying on.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Haldir walks out on the deck again. Is the twin still in very much pain?
You see him sitting down. He has some blood still on his face and nose, where Mug has done a very good number on his face, and he's looking a bit sorry for himself.
Aww.
Walks
I'm
over.
gonna give him a little wave, sorry.
He's gonna look at you and just narrow his eyes slightly. It's like, you knew that was gonna happen.
I had an inkling.
It's like, what the hell did you tell the dwarf?
I didn't tell him anything. I just knew he wanted the hat.
He's gonna look at you.
And I wasn't gonna get caught in the hat. That sounded like a terrible idea.
He looks at you. He looks back towards below decks where Mug has gone. He goes, "Who punches someone in the crown jewels for a bleeding hat?"
Have you met Mugs? Pretty sure that's his solution to pretty much everything. But I brought Haldir. Haldir's gonna heal you. It'll be fine.
Haldir is just gonna lay his hands on, take the twins face in his hands and just focus and start healing him.
Verity's gonna hold her hands outside his hands to try to sense the flow of magic. At the same time, I want to cast my detect magic ability thing.
Yep.
So that I can actually see what he's doing.
Yep, you can do that.
Yeah. I do that. Let's see if I actually succeed. But
I succeed in my healing touch, so that's nice.
Yep. How many hit points was that?
Let's see. I used
yeah, I succeed too.
all of it, so
My target number is 9, so
Oh, how much did you roll?
I rolled. This hard. 17
Okay. Yeah,
with 5 stun points.
yeah, you easily made your target number then.
5 stun points if it matters. I don't know.
healing him 10.
You get pretty much most of it. He's still got a reasonable amount of bruising and he seems tender, but he's no longer near doubled over. In regards to watching that spell, remind me which arcana you're using, Verity? It's the power one, isn't it?
I'm using Power Arcana.
Yep.
And I am a journeyman in that, or whatever it's called. I have the focus and stuff.
Yep.
I'm level 2 in that.
Not a problem. Yep, you can sense the magic and sort of you get a very good feel for the effects of the spell and how it works. You're not entirely positive that you can replicate it yet, but you're certain that with some practice you could probably try.
Really interesting. Thank you, Haldir.
No problem.
I can see kind of how you do it. I'm not sure I could manage it yet, but I can certainly try now.
Well, as soon as you know about it, and he gets up and looks at her like he is
Yeah,
really
you can
trying.
see like her eyes are kind of like glowing gold right now. Like clearly there's a magical effect going on.
He doesn't seem to either notice or care. Like, as soon as you know that trick, everyone is gonna come running for you whenever they have the smallest scratch.
He's not bitter. No.
The twin just
I mean,
sort
if
of
we're
stands
2,
up.
then at least there'd be less for you, right?
Yes.
Plus, I like feeling useful.
The twin's
Well-
going to stand up and test his injuries, and then he says, to be honest, there's going to be plenty of injuries around if that frickin' dwarf's floating around. And then he's just going to walk off.
I'm gonna
You
like
notice.
give another like small signal to the other twin, and yeah.
The other twin is still wiping tears away from his face, and he just starts
Yeah.
ribbing his brother like there's no tomorrow.
It was pretty funny.
His brother thinks it is too.
Seems like we have a drinking competition tonight, so I'll guess I'll get ready for that. And I also think I have the right song for that. I'm gonna practice a bit.
Right. Do you want help with any more of the paperwork, or?
Yeah, we do need to check in the goods I bought. So yeah, we can do that first.
She'll try to. Again, like she's really trying to be useful. Whether or not she succeeds is kind of, but she's trying.
Mm-hmm.
In
Well,
Oh.
back to Mug charging down to Wisp, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep. I would say it was roughly
yeah.
about this time Mug's probably going to burst in.
Yeah. So should I roll for it?
So you're gonna burst in. You'll probably see Wisp waiting for you, I presume.
Yeah, probably chatting to Seda, because I think she was in the surgery
Yeah, Seda
as
was
well.
down
Yeah.
there with you originally.
Mm-hmm. Like, oh, Mug, you're back.
Okay, so I'll roll for intimidation first. See how well this.
Okay.
Go for it.
Because I have a. I think I have a focus on it. What do you add?
So intimidation will be communication.
Ah, it says focus.
Oh, whoops! I accidentally shut my thing.
Intimidation is actually a strength focus.
Sorry, thanks for that. I realized I shut my rule book rather than flicking to the right page.
Yeah, because I was like,
Yeah, sorry.
Application is going to be.
So it is strength plus the focus if you have it.
Yeah, and
Sorry, shut it literally at the wrong time.
that's fine.
Oh, good. And off the top of my head, Wisp, can you just roll a willpower?
It's okay.
Oh, no.
Radio.
Yeah. So Magus bursts. Captain's orders, Wisp. You have done a nasty thing. You need to be punished for it.
You don't have the captain's hat, though, so...
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you. It was Captain Monkey who told me to punish you.
Wisp, as Mug says that, you vaguely remember Mug's previous version of punishment involved talking to people with fists.
Wouldn't you rather have a glass of whiskey and talk about it?
Do you admit to doing what you did?
Doing what?
Well, you set our mouths to fire and stole the hat
What?
and tricked us.
I didn't do any of those things, Mug.
But
What
Captain
proof do
said
you have?
did.
And what proof does
Captain
the
said
captain
you
have?
did.
Not only that, but he's not the captain. He's the Commodore. Where is Edric? Did Edric specifically send you here?
Anyway, you are in trouble, Wisp.
No. No, the person who commands this ship is Edric. Did Edric send you here?
Wisp trying very hard not to get punched.
It's okay, Wisp. I'm not going to hurt you too much.
No. You answer the question. Did the captain of this ship send you?
I don't have to answer questions.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I will take you to the
outrank
monkey
you.
captain.
Yes, you do.
The captain will answer your questions.
Go get Edric then.
I'm here to take you to him.
No, you're not. You said you're here on captain's orders.
To punish you, and your punishment is that you have to be taken to the captain. And
No,
you-
that's not what you said. No.
Oh, poor Mug.
Mug, I
say
think-
to help me out here.
Mug.
She's just looking between the two of you at the moment. Just like, what in the blazes? So,
Yeah, that is Mug's face right now.
so Sada's gonna look between Wisp and Mug. And then
Who's
turn
talking?
around. I'm not entirely certain. Is
Olea.
that a recording?
Yeah, I could hear that as
It's gone.
Well, it's gone now.
That's probably me.
No, it's all good. Sada's going to look between the two of you and then turn around to Mug and go, "Why do you need to punish Wisp?"
She tricked us. That's so the captain said that she tricked us. That she took his hand, pretended I had.
Mug, I only put the
Didn't-
hat on you. You're the one who claimed you were captain now. And that was only to get the captain on the Commodore on the bed. So are you lying to the Commodore now by saying that I'm the one who stole the hat and claimed that you were the Commodore? How could you, Mug? That is so mean of you.
I don't remember this.
Mug, I'm so disappointed. I thought we were good friends. I shared whiskey with you.
I still think you are in trouble.
What, because you're lying to the captain and I won't fight you?
I don't think that's what happened.
It's not nice to lie, Mug, especially to a lady.
But then why did you set our mouths on fire?
I didn't. I don't know why your mouths were on.
The gifts are on point.
How would I have set your mouth on fire, Mug?
You used poison earlier.
In the chocolate, and you knew about it.
Sada's going to look
But-
at you, Mug, and go, "Wouldn't a drink fix the thing in your mouth?"
It might soothe
Do
it a
you
bit,
have
yeah.
drink?
She just holds up a cup that she's drinking from of the whiskey from earlier.
Thank you. That's very nice.
So she'll hand it over to you and then go grab another one for herself.
Yeah, Mug will chug the whole drink. And yeah, I think I'm feeling better now. But I think the captain is still looking for you.
Who, Edric?
One of them. I think it's the monk.
He's not a captain, though, Mug.
Why are
I'm
you
very upset at you
crying?
right now.
Okay, I haven't even punched you. I don't get it. But if you want to be punched and upset, I can also punch.
Say that again, sorry?
If you want to be punched and upset, I can also punch you.
Don't come near me. I don't even want to speak to you right now.
Okay, then I can just punch you.
Don't touch me or you'll get the rope again.
Okay. Okay, I will let the
Because for some
captain
reason you're
know
lying to me.
that-
Now you want to hurt me for no reason.
I will let the captain know that he can punish you how he wants. Do you want to do
Yeah,
something
go
fun,
confess to Edric
Seda?
what you've done.
Oh.
Yeah, I will tell the captain that I tried to punish you, but you didn't want to be punished. But the captain will think of another punishment.
You can have the rest of my whiskey. I don't feel like drinking anymore.
Mug is really not getting this whole idea of someone being angry at them.
Mug, do you drink the whiskey?
Yeah, so Mug is drinking whiskey and asking Seda if she wants to have like something more fun to do.
No problem. Can you roll a constitution check?
Is there something in the whiskey?
Oh god. Because of course there is.
Wait, is it a drinking constitution?
No, it won't be because it's not the alcohol you're rolling it for.
Okay, I'm not rolling it. Just checking because I have it.
That's fine.
That's yeah. You guys are there?
Yep.
Can't hear. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Was that a 19? Okay.
Yeah. That's 19.
Right, you start to feel
It's-
really drowsy, but you're still awake.
Whisp is just going to armor down. He really is strong.
It's like a fucking horse.
You're fairly certain if you use this on a horse or a very large animal, you would knock it out.
Ugh.
Yeah. So I will go and do something more fun. Seda, do you want to come?
Seda's just going to go. Well, it's been extremely entertaining watching you all through the last few hours. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, she was looking for me, wasn't she?
And yeah, she will turn around and then go, you don't happen to have seen the girl that had the book, the other book?
There are so many books. Do you? Which girl do you mean?
The one that was showing the book at the table this morning.
Is it Verity?
Yes, that's the one. The name.
I think she was on deck.
She's gonna
Should
think.
we go and find her?
Lead the way.
Okay, let's go.
She's gonna follow out, and then she's going to look at you, Whisp, on the way out, and just sort of look towards Mug and just shrug, and then walk out, as if to indicate, I don't know why he's still up either.
But like, why is Wisp so surprised? Because she has seen the Manticore like fight Mug, and Mug managed to sustain and like Manticore poison.
You have like 4 doses in your system.
What? He has what?
You might
doses.
technically supposed to be dead, maybe.
Let's just say if you'd rolled a little bit lower, you would have been asleep on the floor.
It was a really good roll.
Yes, it was.
I'm guessing you're still going to the drinking competition tonight, then.
Why wouldn't I?
I'm not going to lose to you. And then she just walks off and searches for a Verity.
Mug is like, as if I would lose. Wisp. and then leads Seda to very.
You're both going to find Verity.
Yep. I just like the idea that they're sort of walking the same direction, but pretending that they're not.
We're done with this conversation now.
Seda's walking along sort of beside Mug and glancing back at you, Wisp, at the same time, and then just like shaking her head ever so slightly.
Mug is not even looking back, so he hasn't noticed that Wisp is following them. And then Mug is complaining to Seda about Wisp.
Seda's just going to be little agreeing noises along the way of like, yeah, sure.
Like it's saying stuff like, I don't get what her problem is. Why was she even crying? I didn't even punch her.
At that, Sada's just going to say, something I've learned so far in my travels, Mug, is that not everyone deals with their problems by getting into fights.
Well, that's too bad for them.
Oh god.
So Bhajiri and Mug still have this stuff on their faces.
Unless they've taken
Yeah,
it
but
off,
Bhajiri
yes.
hasn't bothered to
Yeah.
take it off. He's kind of forgotten.
And
Like,
Mug definitely have it as well.
Yeah, I don't think Mug even really realized either.
Sada will comment at some point going, are you planning to wipe that stuff off your face at any point, or are you just leaving it on for laughs now?
What do you mean?
She'll stop and rummage through like pouches and pockets, and then eventually she's going to pull out like a tiny little mirror, and then she'll show that your reflection.
Oh. Is this like some sort of war paint? I heard
Yes,
about
war
these things.
paint.
She's going to raise an eyebrow ever so slightly, trying to decide how best to answer that, and go, I have heard some cultures use war paints. I don't know what you and your crew do.
Yeah, I've never had it before. I wonder how it got there. I mean, I don't really care about it, but if you want to, you can wipe it off. I don't mind.
She'll put the mirror away and pull out a bit of a silk cloth and then just wipe your face. Kind of like popping down as if she's doing it for a child.
Yeah, Muggy's like stopping like for 5 seconds.
She seems fully prepared for that. And as soon as you start moving, she's back out of the way, folding this bit of cloth and putting it away.
Wisp just rolls her eyes.
It's all your fault anyway.
Yeah. I guess thank you for that. Usually we spend our days like more fun and more fights. Oh, you didn't see the guy? I punched one of the twins in the nuts. That was pretty funny.
She just sort of does a half-step stop before starting back up again and goes, so you keep practicing for combat on this ship, I take it.
It wasn't exactly combat practice. It was because Wisp tricked us.
I didn't know such thing.
Hey, why are you there?
I'm going to see Verity. Why are you going in the same direction?
Oh, Sada wanted to see Verity.
Ugh.
I mean, we can see Verity and find the captain and have the captain.
Where is Edric anyway?
I don't know.
Then why don't you go find him then?
Well, I was going with Sada for now. You can go and find him if you want to.
I'm good going where I was going, thanks.
So I guess we just continue to go to Verity.
Right, so what I'll say, Verity and Haldir, are you still out on deck? Or have
I
you gone
think
back
we
to-
went back.
I think we went back
to,
into Haldir's room.
Right.
Yeah, to look over the numbers.
So you're going to find probably the door thrown open, and Mug and Wisp and Sada are going to walk in, and you could cut the tension between Mug and Wisp with a knife. It is that obvious.
Hello.
Sada's just going to look at the two of you and give the slightest shrug of, I don't know what the fuck to do.
That's fair.
Haldir
How
just
can we help you?
looks up and then lets Verity talk.
What
Are you
happened
coming
after
to
you
help?
ran away?
Huh?
What happened after you ran away?
Ran away?
Mm-hmm.
I helped Haldir with. He showed me how his what beamy, was that what you called it? Be
Boomy.
Boomy, close. He showed me how Boomy works. And we healed the twin, and then we've done a lot of paperwork. If you want to help.
Why
It's
did the
actually quite
twin need
fascinating.
healing? Why did the twin need healing?
I think Mugs
Actually,
did
a
him.
good question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh, what do you do with paper? How do you work it? Do you...
I
deal
can
with
show
it?
you. Come over here.
Okay.
And like she'll like teach Mugs how to hold a pen properly.
There's coming a
Mug
ground
probably
from,
breaks the pen.
from Haldir.
You need to be very careful not to break it. She'll like find a stick
Okay,
or
wait.
something and like
Stop,
use that as a
stop.
replacement in the beginning.
Stop. Why are all of you in my quarters?
I think Mugs want to help with the paperwork.
I'm pretty
wanna
sure
know
that's
what-
not
I'm
the
helping.
reason why he came here to begin with. So, again, why are all of you in my quarters?
Well, I want to know what happened after Verity left the surgery.
Mug is trying to hold replacement and not break it. And he's concentrating on it and not answering the question.
Sada's gonna look at Wisp, look at Mug, and says, I was in their vicinity, but I did want to speak to Verity when there was time, but since she's busy, I will... Whenever you're free, I'll like to have a chat with you. And then she's
I'm
going to-
free right now. It's fine.
We were actually just about done with the paperwork, so you can just put down the pen and let's go out and have a drink, huh?
Oh, did I help a lot with the paper?
Yes.
Yes.
You helped right at the end where it was most important, Mug. Thank you very much. Let's go out and celebrate with a beer.
Yes, let's have beer.
Bhajiri, what have
I've
you
done
been
that.
doing in the meantime?
Well, Bhajiri's just been like introducing himself to the people that do not know of his existence, and just like getting a gauge for like how Edric might have been speaking about him to the crew, and just very very much making sure people are aware that he is the big boss.
Oh,
You will roughly find that once they realize that who you actually are, they get the drift of what's going on, and that there seems to be a bit of an in-joke with all of the original crew that had transferred over from the Cirrus. That no one seems to have mentioned exactly what kind of captain you were. Just that
Bhajiri is pleased.
Just that you were the captain.
Excellent. Also, Bhajiri will be getting up to hijinks if there are just a few people that just have literally no idea and are somehow not aware of the shenanigans that have happened. He will be playing practical jokes on them.
Noted. You get a very good feel for the fact that the entire reason why no one bothered to tell the new crew was because the twins wanted to surprise everyone.
Nice.
Makes sense.
So everyone at this stage will probably spill out on deck while Bhajiri's still doing his rounds and catching up with.
Oh yeah,
new guys.
Haldir is gently but firmly shushing people out of his office or out of his quarters.
Sada's going to drift towards the back, so that she's near you as everyone gets sort of shoveled on out, and she'll just say to you, "Is it usually like this in the course of a day?"
Only when we're stuck and the ship is in port and we can't leave.
Well, I'm glad that there'll be at least some calm once we get sailing.
Yes, when the
Don't promise too much now.
well, when it all becomes what's the word for it? Monotone or like routine.
Routine, yep.
Yeah. We all fall into our routines once the ship is out, with the occasional hijinks.
She's gonna nod and say, "Well, at least I won't be having to watch for." She's gonna glance towards Mug. Angry dwarves every other second.
And very, very low, so he's sure that they can't hear it. Just don't mention fights or how strong you are.
She's gonna purse her lips slightly and go, "Well noted."
And I guess at this point it's actually getting late on the day.
I'd say it's been a reasonable amount of time. You will notice that the workmen seem to be hammering a lot less. That they've started to down tools, and are pretty much just tidying bits and pieces up.
Oh, Mug will probably come over to Haldir. Haldir, did you buy the stuff we need? Did you buy the booze? Do we
I
have
did
enough
buy the
booze to go?
booze.
Yes. Well
There's
done.
there's a big, lovely barrel.
Haldir, you're the best.
Thanks, Mug.
I know
Have
you
you-
two get on sweetly. Like a father-son relationship there.
Yep.
What?
There's like a father-son relationship there, and it's so cute.
I know. It's like, and every time Mugs does anything, Helder's like, "You did well, Mugs.
Yeah.
I am proud of you." And it's like so cute.
The gifts are real this day. So, have you seen if the ship is about ready?
I don't know. Let's ask the people working on it if they fix.
Let's go do that. I guess Haldir walks over and tries to look down over the work area.
You'll see that most of it seems to have been repaired, and you catch the attention of one of the workers who glances up as you're inspecting the side of the ship, and he bellows up, "We'll be tidying up the rest of it first thing in the morning. You should be good to go by tomorrow."
Wonderful. You've done a nice piece of work.
Happy to be of service, especially if you're going to keep docking like this.
There is the smile like stiffens a bit. I'm like, We have to earn a lot more gold if this is gonna be the regular way we're getting here.
He's gonna look at the work and go, then grin and say, "Of course, but then again, you might want to make sure that your driver, your helmsman, keeps clear of the alcohol before you come into port."
Drink anything.
I think that's the Haldir just throws down. That's the worst part. They were sober, and then just turns around and walks back to the others.
You just
All
hear
the
like,
betrayal.
a very like surprised expletive of just like how in.
It's not my fault I can't roll dice, okay?
Okay, so are we ready to party before we sail?
We are ready to party.
Yeah, let's party.
The crew are gonna hear that and start cheering.
And then
Bhajiri is
Rogue
also cheering.
When Verity can get Wisp, like when Muggs isn't there, she's gonna tell Wisp what actually happened. Be like, yeah, no, I ran and then I gave it to the right twin, like the twin that wasn't with me, and then I just hid in there. And then Muggs
Right.
came up and fought him, and then yeah.
It's a good thing you did, because otherwise that would have been Haldir.
Fine. Nobody, no one important got hurt.
Yeah, it only took me and Mug having falling out with each other. It's fine.
But don't you do this like all the time? I have never seen you like not fight.
What?
I don't think I've
Mug get
seen
on
you
fine.
and Muggs like talk together without being mad at each other.
Really? When? That's Edric.
Oh,
Always arguing with Edric. With Mug, it's normally me chasing after him because he's seen someone who wants to fight.
I mean, you do seem kind of mad when you do that too, though.
Only because I care about whether they get hurt or not, and that thing gets hurt all the time.
I mean, I guess I could see that. We had some like.
Also, stop
serious
getting me to confess I care about Mug, because I'm really angry at him at the moment.
It's okay. Like caring about people is good, right? You should tell him that.
No.
You know what? I'm gonna tell him that, and I will like
No.
go over to Muggs and be like, Muggs,
No.
Wisp cares
No.
about you like a
I
lot.
do not.
She just said so, and
Jump over the side of the bridge.
and she's only getting mad at you because she's scared you'll get hurt.
Grr.
I don't get it. Why would anyone be scared of me getting hurt?
Because they
That
don't
doesn't
want to
make
see
any
you hurt
sense.
because they care about you. They like people don't generally want to get hurt. Like sometimes you seem to want to get hurt, but most people don't want to get hurt. So Wisp is scared that you'll get more hurt than you can handle. But you can handle like a lot of hurt, so I'm not sure.
Verity, I get it. You're really nice, and you're trying to save. You're trying to save Wisp from getting punished by the captain, but it's fine. Captain, you are going to decide on punishing Wisp?
Oh, yes, this was a thing that I'd forgotten to care about now.
No,
Punishing
I
me
was
for
just
what?
talking about how Wisp cares about you, Mug. And shouldn't punish Wisp.
There's nothing for me to be punished for.
Yeah, no,
Verity's
I
gonna
think
do
it
nothing
was
to that, but
quite frankly, I think the whole writing on our faces was a fun practical joke. If anything, I feel like this should be a prank that is written down and recorded. Well done, Wisp. Well done.
Well done,
But-
Wisp.
Wait,
If it was anyone but Verity, Wisp would be ratting her out.
you told me to Inti to be scary with Wisp. What did
Apparently you
tell
wanted
to
him
be
to punch me?
scary with?
I did not want
What the
Mug to
hell?
punch you. Mug was Mug asked whether or not they should threaten you, and I said yes.
Oh, and that translates to punching, does it? And you
According
didn't
to
even come
Mug.
see me yourself? What kind of Commodore are you? Are you accept your position?
Oh my
And the
god.
drama just started again.
Oh, it's been a long day today, Wisp.
I helped you when you fainted! And then you sent him to come hurt me!
I did no such thing. What?
I am
Did-
deeply hurt and offended by the both of you.
I think I'm sorry. Bhajiri's just like, he doesn't know what's going on, and he's like, I'm sorry.
Verity.
Yes.
Does Wisp show that she cares by crying?
Sometimes yes. Sometimes she cares so much that she starts crying because it kind of hurts.
Okay, so I get it why she's crying without me punching her now.
Yes,
She cares.
please. That makes sense.
I don't know what it means to care, but okay.
Like
I
you
will
care
figure it
about
out.
finding a good fight, right? And you like the people here, right? Like you like
Well,
Haldir and his music, so you care about him.
Yeah, okay, and
Yeah.
I care about fighting, yeah.
Yeah,
So Wisp cares about me like I care about fighting?
yeah, kind of.
Oh.
Yeah. That's a good thing. Shows you're just a little worried sometimes.
Roggie's trying to think and then just keeps drinking.
Just kind of,
instead.
she kind of like your parents when you were little, right? They would care about you.
They did?
Yeah. So that's kind of
I
like
guess I
Wisp
hope
and
so.
Haldir does, right?
I'm the mother in the
they're-
relationship?
Are you saying
Clearly.
that they are my parents?
Well, kind of on the ship they are.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like we did that all the time, like where I come from, because you get taken quite young, or you get selected when you're rather young. So you end up there alone, and you're like somewhere pretty young, somewhere younger than me. So the youngest was like 4 or 5. So you get other people who are kind of like your parents. So, like here,
Okay.
Haldir and Wisp are kind of like your parents, and I can be like your sister.
Right. I don't really get it, but okay. I trust what you are saying, I just don't get it.
Okay, just know that Wisp cares about you. That's the important part. And you shouldn't be so hard on her. Like you should be nicer to her.
How do I do nice?
Well, you don't punch people if they don't ask for it.
That doesn't sound like fun.
And sometimes you give them food, and sometimes you give them hug, and then sometimes you tell them that you care about them and you're nice to them. And sometimes you give them like alcohol. Since
Okay, I will
everyone
give
here
her
seems to like
alcohol.
alcohol.
But not
Yeah,
my
you-
alcohol.
Like she gave you alcohol, right?
Yeah, I would just get a cup of alcohol for her, but not mine.
Perfect. Very good, Mug.
Just an extra.
At,
Just an
at,
extra mug.
Very good.
at this point, Haldir has gotten the twins to help him pull out the big barrel of booze that he bought while he was out. And he like gets them to put it down, and he stands up like on the helm and calls out for everyone. Well, folks, tonight we're gonna party, and the first thing on this whole at this party is that Verity and Wisp is gonna have a drinking competition.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh no.
Sadie's just going to grin.
I still don't really drink though, but
So when Mug goes to get alcohol, he gets 3 cups of it.
One for each of the contestants and one for Mug, of course.
Do you want to do a bet, Verity?
like what?
5 gold.
That's a lot of money.
Can you not afford it?
Oh shit.
I don't know actually.
Okay, you do 5 silver. I'll do 5 gold. Fair?
That's not fair. Couldn't we do like a chore or something? Like super early morning cleaning the deck?
Ugh.
But at this point, Bhajiri sidles up and says, "How's about the winner has to clean the deck of both the Cirrus and the papaya or whatever this fruit is?"
Taya.
We're gonna leave in the morning, so that's gonna be a little bit hard.
Shit, that's a good point.
But
How about
yeah,
this?
we
Sadie's
do
gonna pipe
deck
up.
washing duty.
Sadie's
Sorry?
going to pipe up at this point as well and point out, you could just pull them both up alongside while you're sailing, right?
This is true. I like it. Yeah. Perfect. So the loser cleans the decks of both ships.
Fair dues. Fair enough.
Okay then.
Crew members, we have the bet. The loser will clean the deck of both ships.
With nothing
Now
but a
let's-
toothbrush.
Now start drinking, ladies.
I guess they start drinking.
What's the thing you have to roll again?
So it would be
Constitution.
Constitution, and if you have it, drinking.
Nope.
I mean, I feel like that has like been the most useful focus
You're not
since I
wrong.
joined this campaign.
You're not
Constitution
wrong.
drinking.
Also, just for reference, the entire crew is like this because they found out they got 2 days off doing the decks.
Oh yeah.
I have a stunt point if it helps.
A single stunt point?
A single stunt point.
So Mug is going to bring one of the extra glasses to Wisp and give her the extra glass and say, Verity told me to be nice. Have more.
Okay.
I'll be
Can
honest,
I roll for persuasion? Because I don't trust this drink.
for perception.
Sure.
Perception.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So you want to check to make sure the drink's safe.
Yeah.
Yep. Just for the reference, like 1 stunt point's not exactly useful.
Yeah, just 2. That's what I rolled.
Noted.
Hmm.
Do I roll again?
Yep, do another roll.
Okay.
Oh, I was doing that for perception.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you'll
But I think yeah.
Yeah,
you'll
then
both
I'll
have
wait.
the extra drinks. So
Yeah, we're both having more than the 1 drinks. I just-
Okay, well, I roll again for that then. Okay.
as far as you can
Is-
tell, the
So yeah.
drink appears completely fine. It smells fine. Mug came straight from the barrel.
Okay, I'll drink that one next then.
Noted.
Yeah, and Mug will give the other drink to Haldir. Haldir, have a drink because Verity said that you should be nice to people you care about. So I'm giving you a drink. Have it.
Thanks, Mug. Haldir just takes it and
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
And we'll get drunk probably.
So, after the first 2 drinks, Verity, these drinks are hitting you.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't drink, so this is no
Yeah.
surprise.
Uh,
Like, this is the second time in her life that she's drinking.
Whisp, it's pretty potent stuff, but you're not slurring yet.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of cleaning, so
At least Verity doesn't mind that as much.
with a toothbrush. Both
Toothbrush?
legs.
Nobody got
I
toothbrush.
did.
I did not hear anything about a toothbrush. I heard cleaning, and I can do cleaning.
Should pay more attention then, dear. For agreeing.
I am not I'm not washing anything with my toothbrush. No. I can wash the decks, sure, but I'm not washing anything with my toothbrush.
Didn't
That's
have to be your
not
toothbrush,
happening.
but you did agree.
This is where Verity uses her magic to become better at drinking.
Oh yeah, that's actually true. Fine. And I will cast like all the magic on myself and be like, well, you said nothing about using magic, so
Oh.
and I will give myself Hands of Fate, Puffets of Fate,
I didn't know
General
out earlier. How
inspiration?
dare you?
Just starts praying.
I just sit down and start like focusing and like casting all the magic.
What I'll say is you can only do 1 spell between rounds. So,
Wait. Well, I'll start with the one that gives me like reroll abilities, and then I'll continue with the one that gives me +2.
so the next rounder comes out. This time, Seda comes out with the 2 glasses. And she's going to hold them up to both you, Wisp, and to Verity.
Yep.
Right, so that's the target score.
I'm rolling.
Bhajiri's gonna start like collecting bets from the crew.
Radio. Both Wisp and Verity are now slurring pretty badly. They are neck and neck.
Oh boy. The solution is we both like just fall asleep and then collapse like at
Yeah.
the same time and just like okay.
At
We
this
both lose,
point,
we both win? I'm not sure.
at this point,
Oh no, you both lose.
Haldir is just singing a song as well. As drunk can be.
Oh.
So Seda approaches again with another round.
Oh yeah. So how is it? Oh, did you want us to all roll
Well,
Constitution, or is it just the 2 of them?
if you are drinking fairly regularly, I'll say start rolling constitutions at this stage.
Okay. Yeah. I think Mug is drinking and enjoying the competition.
Bhajiri wants to be like completely sober to take all of this in.
Noted. Bhajiri, somehow you
Again.
have found tea.
Oh.
Fuck yes.
I got magic, bitches. I wouldn't have done this if you didn't make me say I had to do this by my toothbrush. You would probably have won, but no.
In an impressive feat of slurring spells, Haldir will probably notice this as well.
Oh, yeah.
You notice that Verity seems to have picked back up a bit. Wisp, you are really struggling at this stage.
But I'm not out yet, am I?
You are not out yet.
Oh,
Okay.
what's this? His Wisp swaying almost down from the chair. Are we getting a winner?
As far as it feels, it's almost like you're rocking on the ocean, but you know that you're not on the ocean, and that the ship is perfectly steady.
Another.
Oh boy.
Zeta comes out and hands out 2 more. Mug, you
I
getting a
am not
healthy-
doing well.
Mug, you've got a healthy
Am-
buzz going.
Am I drinking enough? Am I smoking enough? Am I slowly
I am
killing?
barely beating you, even with my magics.
So, both of you are now swaying heavily on your stools, and almost in unison, both fall. Wisp hitting the deck literally seconds before Verity.
Aw. Are we just sleeping on top of each other now?
Pretty much.
Great.
Fine, folk. It seems like it's a draw. Seems like they need to take a deck each, both with a toothbrush.
And with each other's
Before-
toothbrush,
before me.
Bhajiri will exclaim.
Yeah, they seem to be pretty lightweight. Says Mug and keeps drinking. How do you have some more?
I'm just imagining like Verity and Wisp like both unconscious, like Verity kind of like lay on top of like Wisp's stomach, just like like it would be very cute if they weren't like both actually passed out.
Uh-huh.
Passed out drunk.
Cena's actually going to come over, throw basically firstly Verity over one shoulder, and then scoop Wisp over the other, and then move you up to a safe part of the deck and just lay you both down, and then throw her cloak over the top of the 2 of you.
Aw.
Aww.
She gets an approving nod from Haldir.
She just winks and then goes, scoops out another drink and drinks herself now.
Did Bhajiri win any bets? Who did you bet for, Bhajiri? I need to know.
Oh, I didn't bet for anyone. I just took a cut.
How dare you?
And since I declared it a draw, I'm pretty sure no one won.
Yeah, everyone lost. It was actually quite fun.
It is so unfair because I won for like 2 seconds, but I'm fucking like out of it, so I don't know that.
Look, Haldir is standing up at the helm in the dock. He saw you both drop.
Bhajiri, you've got 24 gold burning a hole in your pocket from the bets.
Nice.
But yes, I am gonna put that elsewhere for a thing later.
Oh yeah, because the crew members had so much money that they could just bet a shit ton.
Yep.
Yeah.
They got good pay the last run.
Uh-huh.
And there's 200 of them.
Yeah. And like each crew member gained something like 12 gold.
So,
But yeah, if I hadn't used magic, I would have been out so hard before you. So hard.
So
Oh,
technically I won because you cheated.
There was no rules that said anything against using magic.
Sada's gonna be now sitting down and drinking beside Mug.
Oh yeah, actually, Haldir, you have got to help me put my bed back up because I don't know how to do it.
Why is your bed down?
Because I was afraid someone would steal it.
Ah,
Sorry. You knew that there's a bed thief going around. This is not even said as a joke.
Yeah, Haldir is laughing.
Mug is completely serious
Uh,
about this one.
It could be some
Oh.
good father-son bonding.
Aw.
Mark, we'll look at it later. For now, let's have a drink.
Yeah, let's drink. Have another drink, Haldir.
Thanks.
So after a bit of time, some of the crew are going
Cheers,
to make
Seda.
their way below deck. Seda, however, seems to be quite capable of handling herself and is drinking steadily alongside the lot of you.
I guess it's
Should
about
we
time.
roll Constitution again? Yeah.
I guess it's time
Yeah.
I roll one as well.
Yeah. and
Normally I
should
nurse my
reroll.
drinks, but I can't when. Oh god.
Did that go really badly? Oh boy!
Oh.
The hammock is not going up tonight.
Haldir, you're midway through a sentence when all of a sudden you start to slump and fall over.
Haldir like catches himself a bit and like, you know what, Mug? I think you're gonna have a find another hammock. And
It's okay. I have a spare one.
well, no. What I'm saying is, and then he like kind of like tilts over and leans on Seda. What I'm saying is,
Yeah.
you are not a hammock that's already up. You need to borrow
Yeah.
someone's place to sleep. Because
Okay.
else,
Can I take yours?
but that. Do you like a soft bed, Mug?
No.
But then you don't want my. You can take Seda's. Seda's sleeping in a hammock, right?
Seda's just going to smile and goes, well, if you're going to displace me from my bed... She's going to look at you, Mug, wink and go, feel free to take my hammock, and then she's going to scoop you up, Haldir. And then basically turn around and go, I think you've had a little too much. And then she's going to carry you over into your chambers.
Nice. Mug is meanwhile thinking, does he even know where Seda sleeps? Probably not.
You probably would have seen where she chose to pick. Especially if you were up early, waking everyone up as you did the last time.
But yeah, he's probably also like, I probably shouldn't take someone else's hammock. Because that would be mean.
So is Mug gonna sleep on the floor?
Probably.
Aw.
Yeah, because I don't think he would take Seda's hammock either. But it's fine. Mug has slept on the floor for a long time. And he did take his hammock off on purpose.
So, what I'll say, if there's no more shenanigans for the evening, what I'll do is we'll leave it here for the night.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And we will pick up this crazy frickin' adventure next Thursday.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Can I get a general yo-ho from the crew?
Yo!
Yo!